Oi, 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 oi. We're all here on screen, which means it's Friday. And guess what that means? It is time for the call-in show. Big up to everyone that's in the chat already, everyone that's going to be here, and everyone that's on the panel, man. I'm looking forward to it. What we're going to be talking about today, we're going to have a little look at a little bit of history, because today is a particular day, and we won't go too much into it because it's a little bit depressing. Then we're going to get into our Nordic nightmare, the man, the captain, the wanker, the useless man with the armband, Martin Odegaard. And we'll talk about a couple of other little bits. But we'll get warmed up. I'm going to go around the panel, ask everyone how they are, because hopefully they're bloody brilliant. Cole, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Still sort of flagging from a late night stream last night, but I'm here, so all good. Big up to the panel. Hope everyone's all well. And yeah, Friday night calling show is usually the best time of the week to discuss everything good and bad about Arsenal, especially with a certain captain. But yeah, we'll get more into that. But great for having me on again, mate. It's very, very much appreciated.
Yeah. Now, of course, man. Listen, look, Cole's part of the fucking furniture now, man. Shane as well. Big up, man. How you doing? Brilliant
good,
stream last night. Yeah, do you know
cheers, buddy. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, and thanks to Carl for coming on. I thought it went well. As I always say, and I take it off views, it's community settings. We're all helping each other out, and it went well. I was doing a morning stream this morning. I was discussing the FA Cup, and I got a bit, nostalgic for when we used to give a shit about that cup. FA Cup final day and all that. But unfortunately, Arteta's thrown that in the bin, and until he goes, we won't be challenging for that again. But otherwise, all good, man. Got a good bit done today, and I'm looking forward to getting into our Friday night show. Friday night show.
Yeah, well, it's all of ours, and anyone that wants to call in, the link will be posted very soon. But we've got a couple of little bits to touch on, everyone, and as well, Sam, Mr. Blancos, big up as well, man. You know, it's always. I'm grateful for having you on, bruv. What are you saying, bruv? How you doing? We made it to Friday.
Yeah, indeed, we did, innit? I'm good, man. Just finished recording my my video in it on my channel. First one ever. Apart from that, man. Yeah, all good, man. All good. Been chilling and been relaxing, and I'm ready for the weekend in it, and then next week as well.
Yeah, now buzzing, man. Wicked. Let's just start off with a little something to just get us a little bit warmed up, because people don't know already. Today is an anniversary of sorts. I know Shane does, because he does a daily. But yeah, man, 21 years ago. 21 years ago today, that man led us to a Premier League title at Tottenham Hotspur. What a bloody day that was. We all absolutely loved that. And I'll tell you what, that man called it a year earlier, didn't he? Let's face it. We're a far cry from that, and we boys. We'll get warmed up. We'll go through this. I don't want it to be a little bit of a depressive mood killer, but we are nowhere near this man's team, are we, Cole? Nowhere near it, bruv.
Not even close. Even close.
I think Arsenal could probably go another 21 years under Mikel Arteta and not see anywhere near. And let's just take away the invincibleness. Take away just winning it White Hart Lane. Just winning the league in general, Carl, isn't it? We're just nowhere near it, are we, brother?
It doesn't matter if we're where we either win the league at the Emirates or we win at fucking Portman Road. It doesn't really matter as long as you win the league. I mean, it would be nice for Sweetener to do it, in the toilet bowl arena for the next time round. But guess what? It's that we'll have to wait for yet another season for that to happen.
Yeah, it's a frustrating one, man. Because that will mean obviously that we go into the 6th year of trying to win the Premier League, man. That's 6, because people think we ain't going to win it this year, and everyone always says 5, but it will be 6 years minimum that we're going to go there if this manager's going to stay here, and we all know the manager's going to stay here, don't we? I mean, let's just get it right. Just before I come to Shane, I just want to big out some of the absolute worldies in the chat. Dazza, big up to you, brother. Darren Sullivan's always here. I have starred that because I will come back into that a little bit later, because that ties in very nicely. But we got Prome, brother, big up, man. Bless up as well. We got number 1 member in here. Gavin, OG, big up, brother. Vigilante, always here, man. Yeah, God bless you as well, my geezer. James in the building. Ace is in the building. DJ B is usually on the Monday thing, brother. I think he's a little bit busy tonight. Joe, OG, double treble OG. Geezer, AFCNL. How you doing, my man? We've got a bit of Macy in the building. The link will be there, man. WWF champion of the world, Macy, will be on here very, very soon. Don't worry about that. Dazza, yeah, boys. We've got a bit of Catalonia. Tell you what, Barcelona are my Spanish team. You know what? It's not Real Madrid. A couple of people seem to think that is Real Madrid for me, but
Madrid are boycotting.
Barcelona. Yeah, pardon.
Madrid are boycotting the final.
All right, let's not even talk about. Let's not even.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Sam ain't interested.
There's clearly isn't the spaces to do it.
Yeah,
tonight. Okay.
No, and
No.
and I've had a 2-hour conversation on that on Twitter. I really can't be asked really good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not gonna. We'll just do Arsenal just to save Sam today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you.
We're safe,
Yeah,
Sam.
thank you.
Yeah. We'll get some of the comments out as well. But just send out to the boys. AJ Byatt, big up to you, Geezer. How are you doing, man? And we got a bit of Hendo in the building. Moderator to the stars. Yeah, he's everywhere. Well, he's absolutely everywhere, man. Right, so let's go to Shane because Shane, man, 21 years to the day, and we've also as well got a bit of Dazza smoke you in the building. The geezer who sits next to me, what a geezer! 21 years. Wow, gone like that, innit, bruv? Bet we didn't think in 2004 when this happened that we were going to be sat here 21 years later with Mikel Arteta as our captain, with our manager and ODEGAARD as our captain, innit? Wow, how times have turned. Madness, isn't it, bruv?
When you put it like that, you know, it brings home. You know where I stand on Wenger. I'm a bit of a top gunner with Wenger. You know what I mean? And I'd admit it. There was things I looked past and stuff like that just because I adored him so much. But, you know, comparing our current side to that side, it shouldn't even be in the same sentence, man. Should not be in the same sentence when it comes to class, quality of player, style of play, mentality, you know, loving the club, anything like that. It's chalk and cheese. It's different. And it was never embarrassing to be an Arsenal fan then, man. It was never embarrassing to be a fan, where now it is when you see him with that strategic dog walk and the light bulb in his hand and the fucking Community Shield's a cup and, you know, everything that he's done, everything he said, making a laughing stock of us. Wenger was all class. The team was all class. The team was, you know, envied by every other fan. Every other fan envied us. They wanted to hate us, a lot of them, and they couldn't. You know, a lot of my mates would say that. I fucking want to hate them, but I can't. You know what I mean? They're just so good. But times changed, like you said, 21 years. We've had a few moments, FA Cups here and there with Wenger near the end, but, you know, this manager's being backed in a way that Wenger never was, and things are a lot worse. And, you know, it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. And just even looking at that there would put a lump in your throat. Like, you know what I mean? It put a lump in your throat. At White Hart Lane, finishing the season then unbeaten. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Do you know probably never will.
Do you know what? Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah, probably never will. That's an excellent way to sort of end that bit. Do you know what as well? What I always remember about this? I will read this out a little bit later as well, by the way, yeah? Do you know what I always think about when I look at this image? I always sort of think about Thierry Henry in the tunnel. Do you know his interview is that quality interview where the ref goes up to him and says to him, oh, yeah, you know, look, if you win the league here today, don't celebrate. And Henry's in the tunnel like, yeah, all right, yeah, you know, no, we'll respect the place. And then they go 2-0 up, of course. Patrick Vieira scores an excellent goal, and he's doing that to the Tottenham fans. Push, go away. And then Pires goes 2-0 up. Jamie Redknapp with an absolute belter, to be fair. And then Jens Lehmann does an absolute madness. Jens
Lehmann thing.
Jens does mad Jens shit, doesn't he? And then Robbie Keane gets a penalty. And then now the point I want to make is Henry says in his interview, and I love listening to it all the time, he's like, oh, Tarico's jumping up and down, screaming in his face, going, yes. And Henry says to him, was like, you do realise we only need to draw here to win the league here. And he's like, oh, yeah, Tarico's still screaming in his face. And then Henry says, you know, he still got injured, by the way. Still got injured. And then Henry goes, do you know what? I'll show you at full-time what celebrating is. I'll show you at full-time what celebrating is. And then it just descends into absolute sort of chaos. at the
Back then
Arsenal.
when
You know
football,
what I mean?
when football had men. Back then when football actually had men. That's a
Mhm.
leader, and that's a man right there.
Yeah. Legend.
Not these scrubs you're seeing today.
Mm-hmm.
Back then,
That's it.
that was a prime time.
Class. Pure class.
Real man. Yeah.
What did you think of Arsenal back then, Sam?
Oh, everything. That was, the classy Arsenal, the best. Everything about Arsenal. That was a club you didn't dislike.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
They
Back
did it
then,
the
and look
right
at the
way,
players. Yeah, look at the players your man had. Henry. I mean, Vieira, I think is the best DM ever in the Prem.
Mhm.
I remember that legendary fight he had with Keane.
Mhm.
Oh,
Flipping
didn't-
out.
didn't get much
You know.
better than that.
Yeah. That Swedish legend, Freddie Lungberg, who
Freddie
I've managed
Lundberg.
to, who I've managed,
What a boy.
who I've actually met. I've had the
Mhm.
privilege to meet
Oh,
him
is
and
it?
talk to him. Yeah. I work at the, I work as a steward in it. I've managed to meet him after the game and speak to my man. Yeah, top guy. Yeah, and what a
Yeah, he's a
baller he
lovely lad.
was. Yeah, and what a baller he was, innit?
Yeah.
And then you've got Pires. Yeah, come on. Yeah, Tony Adams, likes of Campbell, all these man. Yeah, Ashley Cole, I think is the greatest left back of all time in football
I think so as
history.
well. It hurts
Yeah.
me to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, him and what's it, Roberto Carlos for me, the top two
Roberto
up
Carlos,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, at the end of the day, that was the Arsenal that everyone liked and no one disliked.
Sorry, Sam. I'm getting emotional here. I'm
Yeah.
actually getting emotional listening to him. We were so good.
Devastating,
We were
innit?
so good, man.
That's the problem though, is that we're having to go back into the past and look at the memories of how good we was back then, and unfortunately, memories fade over time.
Yeah.
And
Do you know what, Carl?
what you need to start, because I've said it's not
Carl,
what
do you know
you've
what
done.
the
It's
funny
what
thing
you...
is?
Go
I
on.
was 1 year old. Exactly 1 year old when you won that league. I was one.
That's it.
Yeah, man. That was
Boy, that's madness, bruv, man.
yeah,
That's
man.
madness.
Not then. Yeah, it was sad that you couldn't be a bit older. Remember these things, but bro, like, respectfully, that's football at its peak, man. That was football at its peak. I hope it gets back to these days one day, man. I really hope so. That's football at its peak.
I think fans like us on this panel, do you know what I mean? And ones in this
Yeah.
chat, the world class fuckers in this chat, you know who you are, every single one of you. We all deserve it to get back to at least
And Aaron,
something like that, man.
And
At
Aaron,
least
listen
something
to
like
this.
that. But it's a
Oi,
long way.
Shane
Go on,
got emotional. Now he's not going to get emotional. Listen to this. From
Go on.
Bergkamp.
Bring us back down to earth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. From Bergkamp to Henry. From Sol Campbell to Kivio. From Ashley Cole to before to Calafiori.
Yeah.
You see it? Yeah. From Henry to 29 to Kai.
Yeah, that's the biggest jump in the world. That's the biggest jump possible, to go from Henri to that absolute clown, man.
Oh wow! Talk about downgrade, man. Big time.
Yeah. It's a severe
Look at that! Look at that
downgrade.
picture! Look at that picture!
Unbelievable.
Flipping out.
Absolute legends. Every one of them could have a statue,
Look at them.
and you wouldn't turn your nose up at it.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Aaron,
mad.
Aaron, real
Go on,
talk.
bruv.
If I ask you, man, these questions, how many of these players would you say could get into that squad? Not just 11. I'm just talking about squad.
What our players currently?
Yeah. How many?
I mean, one of the defenders, maybe both
As a
get
backup.
over. Probably Pascal Sigon.
As a
You know
backup,
what I mean?
they might get on the bench. Yeah,
There was Sol
Yeah.
Campbell and
Yeah.
Sol Campbell and Colo Torre at two centre halves.
Yeah.
Mm.
and they worked so well together, though,
Maybe,
Carl.
you
That's the
know,
thing. They were
over
perfect.
Yeah, Colo Torre.
Colo Torre covered out all the ground.
Sol
and Campbell stood in the middle.
Campbell was the Saliba. He was more calm and composed, whereas
Yeah,
Colo
yeah.
Torre was a little bit more
Running
had a bit more
around.
ruthlessness, like Gabriel was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd make the bench. A few of them would make the bench, and
Aye. What
They'll
about
make
Saka would
squad
hold
depth.
bench,
They'll
nothing
make
else.
what about
Yeah.
Martin Odegaard? Does he not get over Bergkamp?
Martin
He,
Odegaard don't even get into the under 18s guy, mate.
Mate, if
he doesn't get past the first security.
you know
guard.
those signs those signs in the deep south in America where it's like if was it violators will be shot, survivors will be shot again. If Odegaard
Yeah.
took one step, if Odegaard take one step foot into on the marble hall of Marbury, on the marble halls of Highbury, he would have actually got shot.
Yeah.
And
I'd
I'd
have
have hoped that someone would have walked out with their drink spilling and it just slipped over and just ruined his career. That would have been the best thing.
I spilled me bloody Mary again. Oh,
Yeah. That's Tony Adams coming out with a pint of Stella like that, and Odegaard having a little slip on it or something. Do you know what I mean? Nah, man.
Or is Saka over Lungberg? Wow.
Oh, someone saying Saka over Lungberg.
Who
I
says
don't know,
Saka
man.
Lundberg?
Not a
I
hope.
don't know.
Not
For
a
a
hope.
start, Lundberg's won stuff, man. He's immortalised in this club, absolutely immortalised, and you know you can't also not knock Lundberg's running for the 2002 Premier
He was
League title
untouchable.
because before, yeah, exactly right, before the Old Trafford one where he was actually pushed through, and we all know fucking Barthez saves it,
Will
and then
Tor.
Will Tor, we all know and love that. But I
Mm.
think like in maybe the 5, 6, 7 games that preceded that fixture, he scored in like 5 or 6 consecutive games.
Mm.
Bolton being one of. There's a few other. I always remember the Bolton one. But
That's
he
it.
He was scoring regularly. So when
Yeah.
he got put through at Old Trafford, you're like,
Yeah, the
oh shit,
commentator.
he's gonna do it again. Do you know what I mean?
But the
'Cause he was just
commentator
on
said that.
fire.
The commentator, sorry, Aaron, to cut across you. The commentator said,
no,
"I
you're
know
good.
it's him against Lundberg again." You know what I mean? It's, yeah, sorry to cut across.
Exactly, yeah. No, you're good, brother. He was on absolute fire, Freddie Lundberg. You know, and of course, you know, he gets into that position. He forces Barthez into that save, and then we start seeing Nwankwo Kanu, all like 9'12" of him, hopping over little
Jumping off.
dinky Sylvain, you know what I mean? With absolute ease. I don't even know why he jumped over. He probably could have just ran over him, do you know what I mean? And it has still cleared his head. But yeah, people like that, you know, I'm not going to lie, people chat. What do you reckon? Boy, I reckon Saka still holds bench at this particular moment in time. If Saka scores a Champions League winning goal, maybe I'll start to change my mind because then he's contributed to something that Arsenal's never done, and it was him that done it. Maybe I'll go, wow, okay, maybe there's another conversation to be had there. But until he does that, and it's another conversation I will want to talk about Saka being world class. We'll get to that after the ODEGAARD thing. But yeah, you know, it's sort of it's happy, and then like you know brings you back down to earth when you look at this and you think, wow, today 21 years ago, and then you think, wow, today look what we've got, boys.
Do you know what it is, Aaron? I think it was the first ever call-in show I did with you. Someone mentioned this, would they get in? I think Natster might have brought it up, and I said that none of them would get in the first team, but if Saka and Saliba broke into that Arsenal team at that age with Wenger as manager, and he nurtured them the whole way through, they probably would have been in the team. You know what I mean? If he had molded them from when they got in the team, and they were part of that training with those players, I'm pretty sure they had the ceiling to be starters in that team. They would have pushed their way in because they're class players, and he would have made them twice as good as
I'll say this as well, Shane, okay? Because if he still had Martinelli in his grasp, he wouldn't have shoved Martinelli over to the left-hand side. He would have kept him as the striker. If Martinelli had that one season where he was just banging in, would he get 12 goals, I think it was?
Yeah.
Would he got 12 goals playing as a main centre forward? If this was Wenger, he would have kept him there.
Yeah.
He would have kept him there. Yeah. No, you're our striker moving forward.
Yeah. That Martinelli, apart from the pace, reminded me of a young Van Persie when he broke in. He was very, very raw. To the point where you're thinking he has to be a number 10 or he has to be on the right side of a tree. And then when we got rid of Henry and all, Wenger sat Van Persie down and said, "You're going to be my main forward now." And even he was like, "What, really?" And he said, "Yeah, this is what you're going to do now." And he did it. You know what I mean? So he had a way of doing that sort of thing. You know, I always bring up the story about Henry, where Henry said he stormed into Wenger's office and said, "Look, I'm making all these runs and all the players aren't finding me." Henry said this, and the players aren't finding my runs. And Wenger said, "What type of run are you making?" He goes, "I'm the same run I always make." And he said, "Well, who are you making it for?" And he said, "What's that mean?" He said, "Which player are you making it for?" He said, "Whoever." He said, No. He said, "Freddie likes to take an extra touch and then play it through. You make a run that suits his. You know, Bergkamp will wait till the last second when you're about to break the lines and he'll play it through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Perez will take one touch, come inside and flick it. He likes to put a bit of lift on it. So you make your run to suit the player." Anyway, and he said, Henry said it was just like bing. You know what I mean? This is an absolute, and he said it was such a simple thing. And from then on, he trained with them, and he said he started learning their ball. And he said, now every time I made a run, it was bang through.
It's the same as
telepathic, isn't it, mate?
It's the same as what because obviously I'm on Pat's touchback duty. It's the same in the NFL. When a receiver knows how to run their routes, they're with the QB when it gets thrown, they know which route to turn. They know how to in-break their cut, and over time it will work. And it's just muscle memory for that. So it works. It's the same sort of way in football, but people don't see the detailing of that though. It's all about system work, which it never used to be.
So that's the beauty of it, Carl. Yeah.
Work.
Sorry, but that's go on. Sorry, I'm just getting excited.
That's right. It just used to be all about can the player's creativity. What suits that player? The manager was like, well, what suits you? Okay, do that then, and continue to do that. But if that doesn't work, find a plan B for it. Not you're going to run my system. This is the way you're going to do it. You tell me what's best for you. How should you do it? If the number 10 say, right, I put this ball through here, or I take the touch, I'll put this ball through here, that striker has to read the center, has got to read the attacking 10, and has got to be in range of the pass of where he needs to be. If he gets in that range, that transition becomes so much more smoother.
Yeah,
but that's
big
it,
up
Carl.
Brother Rashid as well. Big up, brother.
Big up Rashid. But that's
just quickly before someone else goes. Sorry, just quickly before you go, Shane.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people I want to say hello as well to in the building. We've got fucking geezer. Eunice, how you doing, my friend? Barcelona Reacts, man. He's a proper geezer. If you do get time, I'll put the link in the chat in a minute, and I'd love to have you on, man. Absolute geezer. What a lovely lad and all. Geezer, how you doing, man? Big up to you. What's up, brother? We got a bit of Aussie in the building, man. Huh? What are you saying, brother? Jump on as well. The link will be in the chat fairly soon. Connor's in the building. How you doing, bruv? Obviously, Macy. We've said hello to Macy and all that. And yeah, brother Rashid, man. It's always a pleasure. Sorry to cut you there.
No.
Just say hello to this world-class chat. There's anything
I've been cutting everyone, Aaron. So I've been cutting everyone. So just getting excited. Just getting excited, man. Just getting excited. The Pele of the chat.
World-class chat.
I just wanted to jump on what Carl was saying there, because he made a very good point that a good manager will take each player and figure out a way to make them better instead of a fucking system that they have to stick to. Like if you have Wanyeri in your team, right, he's a number 10. He's twice the player ODEGAARD is. You go, right, this is a gem. This guy could be world class. Could be my best attacking player. Let's find a way to make the other players play for him. You know what I mean? Let's make them play for him. And with all these tactics and systems and all that nonsense, it just goes to show that all Wenger had to do was sit down with Henry for a 5-minute meeting and completely change his game by saying, look at their runs. It's that simple. And Carl brought up the NFL, with the muscle memory. It always amazed me that when the receivers go, that they don't turn around until the last minute. You know what I mean? Like they know by the time and when the ball will be thrown. When they're running forward with the goal behind them. And
their timing, their cut, and their position as well.
They know when to turn around and catch it.
The only way it doesn't work is if other people don't do their job. But
that's because that sport isn't overcoached, though. I don't think the managers are overcoached.
No.
You got given it's called a playbook, but
yeah. Like at the end of the day, I don't like this whole thing of overcoaching these men. I understand that some managers, the likes of Ancelotti's and these guys, I think they need a bit more structure. But to completely ruin these players' talents of not letting them go forward when they need to go forward, and not letting them express their best abilities, it ruins stuff, man. Like let's be honest, man, if Ronaldinho played in this era, bro, these managers wouldn't like him. Let's be honest. No, but real talk. Let's just be honest, bro. Could you imagine, bro? They would ruin his talent. They're telling them, listen, man, you go there, you go there. You can. I don't want you to take too much risks. You do this, do that, because these players, mate, they take risks. These players are willing to take risks.
Kaka took risks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Luis Figo, all these guys took risks, man. Yeah, this is what football is about. R9. Could you imagine telling R9 in this era that he's supposed to do X, Y, Z? Bro, he'd want to laugh at your face.
Yeah.
Real talk.
That's exactly it, though. Like, these players know how to make runs that suit them. Why would you tell them to stop doing what they're good at?
Exactly.
It makes zero sense.
Why would you even coach out these players' talents, bro? It's just
what they do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But Wenger's very, very Arteta's very guilty of that, man. Very guilty of it. One of my favorite goals, just there. Not even because of what it meant. It was Bergkamp when he held the ball and he just held it. And next minute you see Vieira charge up behind him and he just plays it through. He just waits and just slots it through. It's absolute poetry.
Look at this, boys. Ooh. Hello. 90 points. Oh, what's this? None. Not too bad, is it? Not too shabby when you're looking at it, boys. When's the last time we see that? 21 years ago today.
Wait, I swear haven't you drawn more games this season than you did in the Invincibles?
Yeah, we've drawn 13. We've drawn 13 games this season.
We've drawn more, Sam. We've drawn more this season than the one season we went down in 1913. We drew 12
Oh
that
my
season.
word!
Woolwich Arsenal drew 12 the season we finished dead bottom.
Wow.
Dead bottom. And we've
Mate,
beaten them.
man,
If people and listen,
And I
if
bet you they didn't throw away as many leads. I'm going to
And
look that
listen,
up, man. If that comes out,
and
being
listen,
true,
if people, and
that'll
if
be the
people,
most damning stat
no,
ever,
no,
man.
it's not even just that. If people think Gyökeres, only him solves the issue, well, these men don't even know.
No, this runs deep. That's why me and Aaron and
Yeah.
Kyle and all these people are here. We see that it runs a lot fucking deeper than needing a striker.
Yeah. Guess what as well? Yeah, fucking
Parade.
we got a little parade going on here. You know what I mean? Remember
That was
Oh,
when we
look.
won the Community Shield, Aaron, was it?
No.
Yeah. one of our dinner plate trophies, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, your thing is though, you get 90% of the fan base that would do this for another charity.
No, I
shield,
mean,
you know
mate,
what I mean?
if you ask, I'll tell you, he counts them in his trophy cabinet, Aaron. That's what he's won here.
Ridiculous. Yeah, you can't. There's only one Keown. There's only one Keown. I mean, he's a bit of a knobhead now, but look at this. The UK number ones when we won it. Fuck you, you hoe. I don't want you back. What was that?
I don't
all
remember
about?
that.
Look at that. Fucking hell. But fuck you, Arteta. I don't want you back. Yeah, I definitely don't want
Never
you back.
wanted you in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Nelson. News in the same week. Oh, look. Oh, what's this? Don't want you back. Look, Albert Chart. Look, box office. Oh, Van Helsing.
Van Helsing, very good film.
Van Helsing was number one when we won the league last time. Jesus
I
Christ.
think Van Helsing was alive the last time you won the fucking league.
bit of Kate. Hello, look at Arquette. Look, here we go. Look, we fucking best actor of all time. Look, I know, it's not him. Calm down. South Africa, we got a bit of NM, Look, fucking South Africa. Look, bit of old Mandy. What we doing here? What can we say? Look at this UK's version of the popular. We had a bit of Alan Sugar. You're fired. Absolutely, bit of Alan Sugar. I know he started his US little venture, but before he admitted that Tottenham was his worst ever business deal. How funny is that?
Bro, this is football at its peak, man. I miss these days, man. I miss it, man.
Yeah, mate. Oh, listen, you missed them days, bro. That was 21 years ago. That was our last league thing. Oh, I definitely miss these days, bro.
Bro, I could just watch.
Miss these days.
Do you know what the funny thing is? You can watch a few games from back in the days, innit, from these times. Bro, just watch them, bro.
End to end.
I suggest watch one full game on YouTube or anywhere, and watch one full game today, and look at the difference.
No comparison.
It's night and day.
Yeah.
It is night and day.
Yeah, man.
And the thing about that unbeaten season as well that people forget, when you look at that league table with United and Chelsea, and I think it was Chelsea second, United. Chelsea, but that was the Ranieri Chelsea right before Mourinho came in, right?
Said it, yeah.
It was right before, but they had like Mutu and they had Hasselbank and they had absolutely Crespo would come in and they had all these rake of strikers. United they still had unbelievable Van Nistelrooy and all these lads. Newcastle had Shearer and they had Michael Owen, I think, was there at that stage. It was harder to go unbeaten. Even the teams at the bottom. Remember the relegation battle used to go to the last day because teams would have 36, 38 points.
Yeah.
So they were picking up wins, you know what I mean? And if you were going to places like Bolton, it was tough to win. It was, you know what I mean? So it was much harder. You look at the league and you look at, the three teams that come up, you should beat them 6 times. You know what I mean? And there's other teams that are awful. United have fallen off. And then you should be beaten apart from a way to say Liverpool, realistically, a way to say Liverpool and Newcastle and City should be the only ones when you'd be thinking, right, we need to lock up. You should be smashing the rest of them.
Yeah.
Smashing the rest of them.
Absolutely facts. Mate, the Premier League, I'll tell you what, them knobheads down the road, Spurs, better thank their lucky stars. The teams that came up are absolute shit. Because I'll tell you what, in many a season, I bet you any money in that 2004 season, they'd be in a fucking relegation battle. They might even be 18th in that season. I don't know.
Yeah.
If the teams that came up were any good, they'd be lucky to stay in the league, Tottenham.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another conversation altogether. But it's worth adding it. It's worth mudding them. Do you know what I mean? Just that little bit further, whilst we're showing pictures of us celebrating a league title. Sadly, our last league title. Do you know what I mean? At their stadium. Just going to come to the chat very quick. We got a bit of doctor in the building. How you doing, brother? Smash the fucking likes, guys. Yeah, make sure you do that. And the guys' links will be in the description. They're not just yet, but they will be. And I will be posting them regularly throughout the chat as well. Vigilante saying, big up to you, brother. Sam, very good point. Arsenal Radadini have ended up with a grade 3 hamstring tear whilst he was playing at left back.
Yeah, because the manager would flog him to death, mate. That's what you do.
Whilst he's playing at left back. Static, what an absolute legend. And don't forget as well, keep liking and subscribing as well, people. Got SG in the building. Big up, brother. Always a pleasure to have you in here, man. Yeah, even the academy are coaching out the individual talent, mate. Arteta's coached out the vast majority of everyone's individual talent. You know what I mean? He's coached beating a man out of Bukayo Saka. Whatever Martinelli had, aka Klopp, saying he's a generational talent, he's coached that out of him. Little bit more form.
This is why it makes even more sense that if we don't win the Champions League, sack him, because then you're saving the kids. You're saving their talent for the next generation to come through.
Do you know what it is, Carl? I'll be real, yeah. You see, I've heard a lot of people say that even if you don't win the season, you know, they still view you as the favourites for next season due to the fact that you're gonna have strength and all that, bro. I'll be real, Carl. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest and say as is now. If Arsenal do not get over the line, I'm not sure if these players can mentally pick themselves up again for next season. I am not sure if they're going to have the mental strength, knowing how many times now they have fallen behind. And it's like Pochettino and Spurs, isn't it, when they got to that final? And yes, I agree, that wasn't a pen, from my opinion. The game would have been different, but let's be honest, they still lost. And everyone thought that they were going to be challenging to get even further in the UCL, potentially, you know, could win the league or do a miracle in the UCL again. But they fell off. So I don't think people pay attention, and I get that, you know, Levy didn't spend that much money, and I get, you know, Arteta's got money now. But let's be honest, man, these players, just like the Spurs one, bro, they could well and truly just say, "No, do you know what, mate? I've lost faith now. I just don't believe in it." Might not be that they don't believe they can win it, but it could be that they don't believe they can win it with him.
It will become a mentality block if they don't win anything, because it'll be like, what more have we got to do in order to like win something, let alone win the league or Champions League? It will reach a point, because the reason why you brought in more experienced players, the likes of Zinchenko, the likes of Jesus, the likes of Jorginho, was because of the fact they had actually won league titles, they had won Champions League, they actually had experience they could bring to the table. That hasn't happened.
No.
So what is the reason? What is the issue with it? Because at some point, players will either turn and go, they'll stick it out and they'll just get mentally completely head fucked, pardon the swearing, or they'll notice this quick enough and go, I need to get out of it and I need to go and win something. Harry Kane dilly-dallied at Tottenham for far too long. He's now, 32, 33? He's about to win his first trophy in professional football. It's the Bundesliga title working for Bayern Munich. Yeah. I mean,
think about all the fucking liters of dribble he's fucking had over the years that's took him. He'd probably feel the River Nile of all them years he's waited for a title, isn't it, man? That's madness, goal. Madness goal, bro. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's mad. Do you know what made me laugh about Harry Kane? Did you know, this is the funny thing. I had to bring it up, yeah. Do you know CBeebies do a little night thing? He was a guest. He done a guest appearance on there, and I just thought, God. Jesus Christ! Can you imagine Harry Kane? He probably put himself to bed, didn't he? Ooh,
is that because he was a fan of the show? Was it? He was probably a fan of the show.
Yeah. The only reason why their viewers get up is if
Baron, are you
probably Harry Kane's favourite show, isn't it?
There's only one reason why that show gets views. There's only one reason why that show gets views, and that's usually when it's either who's the actor that plays Thor in the Marvel films.
I don't watch
what ones? There's been loads of remakes of that, isn't it? Oh, 4. I thought you meant the fan
4.
I don't know. 4 is that fucking that Australian fucker, isn't he?
Someone in the chat. Who's 4 in
I can't remember.
There's like 3 of them. The brothers in it. What's his name?
Is it Chris Henderson?
Hemsworth. That's
Chris
the one.
Henderson.
Chris
Hemsworth.
It's only when you've got like those sorts of actors on there. That's when the viewership goes, because it's all women that watch it anyway. So
we're not comparing Chris Hemsworth to Harry Kane, are we? Because there's some serious disservice going on somewhere.
That's not what Chris Hemsworth. Thank you, Vigilante. Thank you.
But Aaron, how? If you man, fumble on the goal line again, you know, when you're this close, do you think these players will have it in them? Big up, Jero.
Big up, brother.
But Aaron, how much more do you think these players will have it in them to pick themselves up again for next season if you man do not do anything this season?
I don't know. Mate, I'm not gonna lie. I was reading the chat and I didn't 100% hear the question. Can you say it again? Like,
if you lose in the semis or the final in the Champions League now, and you fumble it, you bottle it, and it's close again. Are you worried that these players might mentally not be able to pick themselves up again for another new season?
Do you know what? It's not just that. It's not just that, bruv. I don't think that these players will trust the manager. Like, there's surely, because what we got to bear in mind is that this core squad has been assembled for a long time. This isn't, everyone always sort of says, it's this and all of that. But this team has been together for about 3 or 4 years. ODEGAARD's been here 4 years. Gabriel was one of his first sort of signings. They've all been together for years. A few of them have signed new contracts. This is a team that's been together for a long time. Either signed 3 or 4 years ago with the promise of, we will win this, we will that, we will qualify, we will be here, we will be there, blah, 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 blah. Promises are not being kept because we're not winning anything. So, Sam, whilst you're absolutely right, it will be a little bit mentally devastating to not win anything again. But it's not just that, I don't think, bruv. It's looking forward for these players. And especially, you've got a lot of big players, i.e. Saliba, i.e. Saka, i.e. Gabriel Magalhaes, that have all signed new deals in the last 2 years, which have probably been told, you'll win the Premier League 2 years ago. And they signed all of them deals, by the way, everyone in the chat. They signed them off the back of that league that we bottled in the 93% when we were killing teams. So they probably all thought, do you know what? Maybe this team is actually going places. 2 years later, it fucking ain't, boys. It just is not going places. And that's not me coming out with some mad old little, old wives' fucking tale as to why. It's because I'm looking at the last 5 years and I'm going, okay, we're regressing. I'll tell you what, case in point, I wasn't going to bring this up this early. We're regressing. You cannot argue with this. It's impossible to argue with this. So this is what the players will be looking at. Obviously not on my humble show. Of course they won't be. They've got better things to do. But I haven't got better things to do, hence why I knocked this up. The players will be noticing that 2 years ago, at this sort of stage, we are where we are. Last year, we were first, okay, albeit with a game in hand. This year, look at the points drop-off alone. Look at the points drop-off. 2 years ago, we were 1 point behind the leaders. Last year, we were 1 point ahead of the leaders. This year,
look at the draws.
We are 12 points behind.
Look at the draws.
Look at the draws. Look at the draws. Now add the other 2 seasons' draws up together. What does that make? 13. Oh, yeah, exactly the same. He's got the same amount of draws this year as he has in the last 2 seasons.
And the season ain't finished yet, Aaron.
And the thing is, and Sam, Liverpool will probably stroll their last few games, and we're going to stumble like we have been. We'll lose to them. We'll probably lose to Newcastle, and we probably won't win it. We'll probably draw a couple. So they could end up about 20 points clear, which to me, there's part of me going, the bigger the better, just to fucking shut the top gooners up, because we're not going to win it. We may as well get something out of it. We may as well get a bit.
Do you know what would really shut them up? Is if you don't win the UCL and you finish below second.
Yeah, well, that's all they have, you see. But they'll just go semi-final. They have it ready already. They have it in the holster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you were saying about will the players recover from this, and Aaron touched on it, I think a lot of these players have lost faith in that manager already. I think a lot of them. I think there was all the camaraderie in the matches in the last 2 seasons. At the end of the match, it'd all be hugging and stuff like that. That seems to be fading out. And
Shane,
I think Saliba will go.
I'll be real. I think
this is the point here, bro. This is the point here I was making. Sorry to cut you there, Sam. Sorry, bro.
No,
this is the great point. Vigilante. Willian realised quick Arteta is a liar and left. Won't be surprised if it comes. By the way, William ripped up a very lucrative deal, nearly 250k a week. By the way,
you don't rip up that sort of contract unless you know there is something seriously with the
and he's a winner as well. You see,
and he was a proven winner as well. I mean,
he's been at the end of it,
but you know what it is? But Shane, I'll be real.
Vigilante knocked it out.
I think. Do you know what it is, Shane? I think this Champions League, I think this is probably the last chance of like having any trust in the manager. If this doesn't go away, I'm just not sure they're gonna have it in them mentally to be able to pick themselves off again. They could do it with another manager. I think with another manager, I think you win something with a different manager.
I think so. We've been saying that.
You've got a good team. Let's be honest. I'm not saying your team's shit because your team ain't shit. You've got a good team. But your manager is holding them back.
We've reached a certain point. We reached a certain point now in time where it's now you need new ideas. You need fresh new ideas, because That's why you need a manager that's going to change it up a little bit. And, you know, Berta's come in. He's gone in there because he's looked at the financial structure of the club. And it's a fucking shambles. But he's also going there to think, he's also going in there because he knows that if Arteta fails, if he's got the autonomy to actually bin Arteta, all he's got to do is make one quick phone call to his good friend Diego Simeone in Atletico and say, come over. And I know Simeone, I think someone said in the chat a while back, I think it said his contract runs until 2027, I believe.
Exactly. Yep, you're fact.
But you don't think Atletico Madrid will pay him off and they haven't won anything in 4 years? Or are they happy? Or are they happy being the second bridesmaid behind Real Madrid and Barcelona?
I think they're going to fire him at the end of the season anyway, Carl. If
they are acting like an elite club, they would do it.
And I think the Berta thing, it's all part of it. I think Berta goes and he goes. I think that's the plan, a whole new revamp. And don't be shocked if that happens. But, you know, but just wanted to touch on what Sam was saying about was having the players. And I was only thinking this today. If we were Barcelona, right, with the same squad, I promise you that there would have been several games in the league this season at home to Southampton, at home to Ipswich, where you would have seen us starting with the likes of Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly in midfield because there's no fear with them. They play the players.
Shane, I cannot believe he pretty much started the whole first team against Palace. I cannot believe he did that.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Sam, do you know what the
But he didn't play Nwaneri, that's the thing.
No. The problem
he played the majority of the first 11. That's why I can't believe.
Sam, the problem, I mean, I'd have done things differently, yeah? The problem isn't that he started basically the first 11, bar one or two players against Crystal Palace. It's the fact that first 11 came out on that field, and from the first second, soon as that ref blew that whistle, led by Captain Coward, this football team, that starting 11, they didn't care, mate. They had no interest.
They've checked out, Aaron. They've checked out of the league, mate.
They didn't want to be there. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, what's the point? Oh, one sec. I'm sitting there thinking, what's the absolute point in you lot coming out there then? I would have rathered 11, 18-year-olds from the bench coming out there and gone, do you know what? Here you go, boys. You have got a chance now to play for Arsenal Football Club. Go on, let's show us what you can do. It's either transfer season, put yourself in the shop window, or go out there and show why you should stay at Arsenal. So see if you've got a future. And I bet you'd have had 11 geezers at least willing to play for the shirt. Unfortunately, led by one of the worst Arsenal captains in history, we just didn't care. We didn't look up for it. No one can say, oh yeah, well, you know, we got bigger fish to fry. We had a Champions League semi-final on Tuesday. They've got an FA Cup semi-final on Saturday. It was a bigger fish to fry derby. That's what it was. It was the bigger fish to fry derby.
They're lying to you. They're lying because these men who are saying, "Oh, but you've got bigger fish to fry." These guys were saying that you've got bigger fish to fry. These are the same lot that are now cussing PSG for losing right now 3-1 to Lille. Yeah, exactly. Yusuf, they're 3-1 down. But let's be honest, they've got bigger fish to fry as well. They've already won the league. Yeah, they've already won it. Yeah,
don't be surprised if they come back.
Bro, these players are clearly playing. He's playing their best 11 as well, but he's clearly just playing them now for match fitness. Get them up for match fitness for the Arsenal game.
It's for second place.
Yeah,
it's for second place.
I guarantee you right now. Yeah, I guarantee you right now, Paris Saint-Germain will not play like that when they play Arsenal. I guarantee you.
100%.
No, so when these people say, "Oh, but you've got bigger fish to fry," yeah, but so got PSG. Yeah, and again, PSG can afford to lose this game. They can lose all their games now. It doesn't matter.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Although they are on for an invincible season.
I'm not saying your games mean anything because you guys can't win it. But again, like you can't have it both ways, can you?
Just quickly, Shane, before you jump in, just want to big up to my geezer, Deluded Gooner. People,
legend.
Make sure you go over and subscribe to Deluded Gooner. He's an absolute geezer and he's saying one love. He's in the gym at the minute. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Hopefully we're helping you get them gains. That's it, man. I want to see the biceps like fucking Arnie, mate. Next stream, I want to see another inch on them fucking biceps, DG. What are you saying?
Here's the inch, mate.
And every geezer needs an extra inch if you catch my fucking drift. You know what I mean? Double boom. You fucking keep going, brother. Keep going, man. Big up, man. We love a bit of Deluded Gooner over here. He's a fucking fridge freezer. Go on, Shane. Sorry to cut you off.
Sorry. Yeah, what Sam was saying about the PSG thing. they've won the league, like you said.
Yeah.
They've won the league, and I know they have the unbeaten thing, but they still want to. They want to do the double. They want to win. What's more important, an unbeaten or a double? The season we went unbeaten, would we rather win the league and the Champions League, or go unbeaten? You'd rather win the league and the Champions League, and that's what he's resting players. But the reason that Arteta isn't resting players is because him and the top gooners are obsessed with second. They want to get second. Then they're already in the semis, and he can say, "Progress, guys. We finished second like last season, and so it's a better season." He has it in the thing. But I just wanted to get back to what Aaron was saying, because I think for the first time ever, I strongly disagree with a point that he made. You said that Odegaard was one of our worst captains. He's not one of our worst captains, but he is our worst captain by a long fucking way. By a long way. And that includes Lego Head, man. He makes Lego Head.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah.
He makes him look like Patrick Vieira as a captain.
What about William? William Gallas?
Oh, no. Look, Gallas, he had that moment, but yeah, we came close that season with Gallas. We came close that season. And Gallas was a leader.
He wasn't our best centre half,
but he was a natural leader.
He was an actual leader. He was a leader,
and he was a winner. He won with Chelsea. He won leagues with Chelsea and stuff like that. He had experience. He won stuff with France. You know what I mean? He was all right in my book. We've had better, but he wasn't. Compared to Odegaard.
Fair enough.
It's sort of a bad way to tie into what we want to talk about next. What I will do before I go there, I need to have a little piss. So I'm just going to run through the chat very, very, very quickly, because it's cause and effect. Everyone, drink a couple of these. It's got to come out somewhere, innit? I'm going to run through the chat. I'm going to let someone go, and then I'm going to let go, and then we're going to come back to what I want to talk about. But just quickly, Darren Sullivan, big up, brother. Not only Simeone, there are a host of Italian managers in Inzaghi, Allegri. Yeah, 100%, mate. They're all there, mate. There's plenty of them. Yeah, Ancelotti's leaving Madrid. If he
leaves, he goes to the Brazil job, mate.
I think that'll be his final stop now, because
he's
done everything. The only thing he hasn't done as a manager is do it in. The only thing he hasn't done in football is coach internationally.
Yeah.
But that Brazil team is a shadow cry of what it once used to be.
Very true. But if he won a World Cup, he would have to be then considered one of the greatest managers ever.
Greatest manager ever. He's already that's not a knock on Sir Alex Ferguson.
But that would be just a whole different fucking stratosphere.
You've won everything. You've won everything as a manager.
Literally everything. And with style, with
the one thing that will go up against his legacy is that he's never won a back-to-back league.
Has he not? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wenger didn't either, though. So
no, but Wenger never managed to win anything in Europe as well. That's not a damage thing on his legacy. Yeah. So
that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So that's going to be the one thing that's going to go up against Ancelotti.
That's where Ferguson gets a big vote. He did 3 in a row twice. 2 different generations.
Fergie was a proper manager, mate. He
did 3 in a row twice, and in both 3 in a row, he won the Champions League as well.
Well, Fergie's won the most trophies ever of any manager. He's won the most.
He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, Fergie. Well, mate, let's be honest. Fergie is just his own. That guy's the only manager I've seen who can go around. What is it, like 3 different generations and can still win?
I always say that, and I'm glad you said it. I always said he went through the drinking stage, he went through the first time the money came in, and then he went through the prima donna stage as well.
And that's why I view him as the greatest, man. That guy can. I don't think there's any manager who can. I don't even think Pep could do that.
He beat you lot in a Cup Winners' Cup final with Aberdeen, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That alone.
Yeah.
That alone. He won a league with St. Mirren.
Yeah. All these things that are going to come up on my Monday show. Make sure you do not forget to tune in to my Monday show, because it's going to be a belter. I considered doing it as a separate show, but I've quite Monday show's fire as well as this, man. Yeah, so make sure everyone's tuned into my Monday.
Oh yeah, that's the show before that. But
that's going to be another mudding.
Yeah, but that Monday show is a show before the Champions League. That's it.
The juice is flowing, man.
Yeah. That's it. We got to be doing them things. But listen, before I come into my next little bit, what I want to do is just say buzzing to every single one of these world-class people in the chat, man. I'm going to put the link out in a couple of minutes. But I just want to say, for the 52 locked in, world-class, absolutely every single one of you. We say it, man. You're Zinedine Zidane chats, man. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
All right, can we
All
bring it
of
back,
these
Aaron?
Superstars on air. Go on, mate.
Can we
What's
bring
that?
it back? Can we bring Zizou back, please, to the football?
Bring this back.
Oh, yeah,
You
please.
can bring Odegaard back if you want, mate. No problem. You can,
Oh, yeah.
I'll deliver him.
have
I'll
that
hand
keeper back.
deliver him.
Nah, you gave me 40
I'll
mil.
piggyback
Hey,
him all the way to
Hey,
Spain,
you gave
mate.
us 40
Don't
million.
worry.
No. You paid us 40 million, mate. Yeah, you gave us 40 million for him. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
You ain't never-
I could not believe you paid that money. I could not believe it. I genuinely
we
couldn't
paid
believe
it for Marino too, mate. Or close.
And
to
do you know
it,
what the
so,
funny
I mean,
thing is? I was reading something, and this was absolutely unbelievable. At the time, before you man bought him, I think it was Edu, your previous sport director. He actually wanted Madison.
Madison,
Yeah. But Arteta was like, no, I want Odegaard over him. Bro, if Berta is smart, he does not listen to anything Arteta said when it comes to player preference. Because this guy clearly hasn't got any clue.
He's got no player. He has got
No.
any player ID.
Well,
on him.
and listen, I don't even like Edu. Cole, I don't think any of you guys like Edu as a sporter. I don't even think, But let's be honest, if he can pick out a better target than the manager, bro, that gives you all the red flags you need to know.
Well, he was a better player. You know what I mean? But he also wanted Kudus for 35 million, and Arteta overruled him for Havertz for 65 million.
I mean,
that 1st of July, when he comes off gardening leave and the NDA is finished on the 1st of July, we can't do it. We will do a live stream for it because that will. He's either going to be saying very, very little and saying thank you for his time, or he's just going to freaking blow the doors wide open.
Could you imagine if he does that? Bro, I wonder what will happen then. Oh, I wonder.
It would be amazing. I'd come in my pants, man, if he did that.
But you know when he'll only do.
Go.
The only time he'll ever do that is if Arteta gets sacked. If he doesn't get sacked, I don't think he lets out as much as he's going to let on. Yeah. If Arteta goes, you wait for the whole fucking shit fest to go round.
When does his gardening end? When is that?
1st of July.
Soon, very soon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then the interview's gonna have to wait until Arteta gets sacked, then, because I don't think he's gonna get sacked this season.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to move on to the next little bit now, and you'll see I'll be removing this in a second, just so everyone's face can be a little bit bigger. My Norwegian Nightmare, Martin Odegaard, Captain Coward, the geezer that's leading you to failure after failure after failure, led by a manager who is leading you to failure after failure after failure. But the real question is when we talk about Martin Odegaard is we always hear my man Lee Gunner quite rightly say he's a failed wonderkid. But you know what? That made me ask a question to myself, everyone. Was he ever a wonderkid?
There you go.
Was he ever a wonderkid? Shall we have a look, everyone? Because I'm quite intrigued. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit interested. Let's have a little look to see what made Martin Odegaard the wonderkid that he once was.
What we're doing, looking for his primary school flipping days of playing football.
No, we're going to be looking for his adult career. Okay, right, here we go. Let's make sure we're presenting, because last time I forgot. Oh, yeah, we're all up on the screen and we're all good to go. Okay, we're going to start off his career. Oh, yeah, we'll have a little look down here. Oh, he's made 63 appearances for Norway, by the way, as, captain. Oh, 3 goals. All right, okay. So, obviously, we're already off to a flyer with Martin Odegaard. But look, 2014. We'll have a little look at his stats because he's a wonder kid. You can see the total here of his career, 408, 71 goals, 78 assists. Yeah, okay. So he's one of the world-class best number 10s in the league in the world then. We hear Arsenal fans constantly say he's world-class. That ain't. What's world-class about that? What's world-class about these stats? Okay, no worries. So what made him a wonder kid? Let's have a little scroll up. Okay, 23 appearances, 5 goals, 7 kids. Oh, that might have made him a little good. He's 14 at that age.
What league is that, Aaron?
Anyone can do that. Let's have a little look. Oh, yeah, whatever the fuck this is, team. 11 games. Oh, yeah, Real Madrid, Group 02, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist. So already, what's that? Your second team, is it, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so Real Madrid's second team. So this is what makes
wow. Holy
11,
shit.
1
goal, 1 assist is 700 in 720 minutes.
In 11 appearances, but 11
didn't even make it for the next 2. Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, he made 1 appearance, so let's not.
Look at that! Look at that!
He made 1. Oh, but
that was a PR stunt as well.
When they brought him back, when they
Oh,
brought
second
him
team.
a few years later
Second
back
team.
to the old Grupo too. Let's have a little look. 34 games in Grupo. Oh, 1 goal. Okay, yeah, 1 goal. He got 7 assists. He's the creative spark, everyone. He's the creative spark. 7 assists. 7 assists. This is what made him a wonder kid. What made Real Madrid buy him as a wonder kid then? Like that? This? 1 season with good old Tipalagan. So this constitutes a wonder kid, does it then?
Bro, thank
That does.
goodness
That does.
gracious me.
Okay. So obviously he's a
we
wonder
played
kid
his
because
squad,
in whatever the fuck Norwegian league that is, he scored 5 goals. Okay. But Real Madrid bought him, and I mean, you can see why he's a wonder kid because 11 or 1. Okay. Okay. So let's see how we're done here. Grupo returned back to Grupo a year later. 34 games, 1 goal. Okay. So he's not doing too good, is he? GA merchants, everyone. Oh yeah. So he's got 10 GA in 45. Okay, failed wonder kid. Failed wonder kid. Oh, he's gone here. 4 games old. Didn't do fuck all. Didn't do fuck all that year.
Hang on, Aaron. Someone in Corey AFC just popped up in the chat. Goes 16 years old. To be fair, Lamine Yamal is 17. What's the fucking excuse?
Exactly right. Exactly right. And when he starts getting up to the big leagues, he's about 19 or 20.
Bellingham
we'll
was
get
what,
to
20?
that young man because
Bellingham was how old? 2021, and he won a league and a UCL in his first season for Madrid.
Exactly right.
That was a key man.
This is 9 years ago. How old's Martin Odegaard now? Was he 20, 25, 26? 9 years ago. So yeah, like what we doing here? What we actually doing here? Like this is 9 years ago.
And you know who's the manager as well for us? Do you know who's the manager, Aaron?
Go on.
Let me tell you something.
A bit
the
of
manager.
Grupo. Who's the manager of Grupo?
What?
Oh, go on.
The second. But do you know what it is? Do you know what? Look at the spells that he's in. It's 14-15, 15-16, and 16-17, bro.
Yeah.
14-15 was Carlo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, but look how far.
Tried him and realised after 1 game he won't.
Oh yeah, and not only that, yeah.
1 game, no.
Look at the other managers. Rafa Benitez was there for a short while before he got sacked, and then Zizou, and then after that, bye.
The year later, obviously, he didn't do as good of a job on loan because they didn't have him back again that year.
And he's 26 by the way, and 27 in December.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. So that was,
Bro,
there you go.
do
the math now.
Yeah, these are his prime years now.
But look, have a little look here. So he's come back to Grupo, and he's got that. Okay, so he's gone here on loan to whatever the fuck this is. Oh, he had made 4 appearances. Oh, didn't do anything. But he's come back to Grupo a year later, and he's made 13 appearances and got 3 goals.
And got 3.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wonder kid, by the way. This is the wonder kid.
Aaron, where are the assists?
And wonder kid to the stars. Oh yeah, where's our creative spark?
Oh yeah, creative spark. Yeah, where's the assist? Oh yeah, nowhere to be found.
Oh yeah, Dash. Oh yeah, okay, Dash. So in the Copa del Rey, we got nothing.
Oh yeah,
but he's only made 1 appearance, maybe because the only reason he made 1 appearance is because he weren't good enough. But then we went to good old Becker, Boris Becker. He went there. Oh, they only played him once. Okay. So how did he get on? Oh, he played in the Eredivisie though. Oh, that's probably their cup. He played there 14 times though. Oh, okay, he couldn't score. But he got 3 assists though.
3
assists. Teams.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, he got 50% appearance versus goal rate here. Look at this in the playoff conference league. Wonder kid. What Arsenal captain? Wonder kid. A year later, he's gone to good old Toto. Do you know what I mean? What's he doing there? Do you know what I mean? Was he going a bit of Toto? Fucking raining down in Africa or something, is it? Do you know what I mean? What are we doing here? So he's
have you realised, Aaron?
2 goals.
Aaron, have you realised, Aaron? Look at these clubs he's been loaned down to. They're all mediocre clubs.
Yeah,
they're all mediocre clubs. He ain't even been loaned out to like Ceballos when he was loaned out to Arsenal. He ain't even been loaned out to a proper club. He's been loaned out
only 5 years ago. He's 26.
Bro,
only 5 years ago. Only 5 years ago, he's 26. Captain of Arsenal. Only 5 years ago.
And this is when Arteta would have started getting his interest peaked as well. This is when Arteta started thinking, "Oh, this could be my boy."
Yeah, this could be his boy. Oh, yeah, we're nearly getting to there. So he's left Toto raining down in Africa, and now he's gone here again. Yeah, so maybe. Oh, here we go. What's going on here? Let's go a little back. Yeah, sort yourself out in the net. What are we doing here? Here we go. He's gone here. 31 goals. Hold on a minute. Maybe he's only just starting to come to promise after, what, 18, 19? After 5 years. After 5 years of him starting off. You know, maybe he's just starting to click. Maybe he's just starting to click. 'Cause he's got 8 goals and 11 assists. Maybe this is the player that we all thought he was going to be. What were we all doing it? Oh, look. And do you know what? He couples it up as well. Playoff conference leagues again, the big leagues. Oh, he's got 1 and 2. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, and then he goes, here we go. He's gone to the Copa del Rey.
He was actually good in that. He was actually good in that cup. I can't lie.
He's putting in numbers.
Mhm.
And then the Liga, 31 appearances. Okay, bang average. Maybe not then. We thought maybe that he was going to start coming to a bit of fruition after this.
that.
But, oh yeah, we're going to get to it. Oh yeah. So here we go. He's peaked. He's peaked. It's a career peak in 2018 to 2019. His career peaked. Oh, he's not done too bad here, I guess. That's not.
Oh,
That's
look
not
at that
horrendous.
comment from Stack.
He's ticking over. Okay.
Look at that
How
comment
does he
from
get on
Stack,
in the
Aaron.
Champions League? When he gets
Aaron.
into the big leagues.
Aaron, look at that comment from Stack. Look at that comment from Stack.
Yeah, I haven't got it. It's hard for me to have a
Look at that. Look at that stat. That Stack just put. Look at that.
Yeah, I started off with let's go back. Yeah. Static. I've seen it. Let's go back. Yeah, let's humour our main man Static. From 2014. Meh. Three. Holland scored more in one game. Right, he's captain. No, look. Oh, look. He's got the big C there. Got the big C there. We'll come to this in a minute. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to all of this. So we'll leave that in a second. Don't worry. So look, he's entered the big leagues now. He's gone back to La Liga. And in the Champions League, he's made 2 appearances.
Oh, yeah. He flopped in both games.
La Liga again. Oh, look. Didn't play in the Super Cup. But, you know, he's made 9 appearances in La Liga and the Champions League. Is now a seasoned professional. He's a seasoned professional now. And then he went on loan to Arsenal that season, by the way, which is why stats ain't here. Oh, no. Yes, they are. Oh, this is great. Oh, look, he come to Arsenal and played 6 times in the Europa League and scored 1 goal. Yeah, you know, against the basement teams in Europe.
Yeah,
oh, and in the Premier League, 14, 1 and 2. Creative spot. This apparently, though, this season, everyone, this was enough. This was enough for Arteta to go, this is my fucking captain. This is why we're going to sign him. This is why we're going to sign Martin Odegaard. Because after 20 appearances, he got 2 goals and 2 assists. One of them in the Europa League. This was enough to make Odegaard captain, everyone. Right there. That was enough for Arteta to go, yeah, this is my fucking Bowie. So, we're going to go up another. Oh, look, he's played another EFL. Oh, look, he got an assist. Wow, creative spark. Creative spark. Yeah? Okay, so we've got him in here. Now, this is us. Yeah, this is us. For this season, 36, 7 and 4 assists. This is what we paid money for. This is first season. This is very average. This is very, very, very average. You'll go after this season. You'll go, okay. Do you know what? Whatever. But kick on next season. What does he do? He has his best ever season for Arsenal. But when you actually look at it, that's his best ever season. This what I've highlighted. This here is why people are saying that Martin Odegaard's world class. This. And add it to the fact that
1 year of first class production. That's
look at that.
45 appearances.
Look at that.
45 appearances.
Look at that. 7 Europa League games.
Look, 7 Europa League. 7 Europa League. Oh yeah, it's 7. Oh, how did our creative spark get on? Oh yeah, another dash. Oh yeah. Look, why is there so many dashes? Let's just go from this point. Why is there so many dashes everywhere? Look at it. It's fucking dash city, bitch. What's going on here? Why is there so many fucking dashes? Look at this. Fucking dash. There's only fucking, out of that whole 9 columns, there's only 2 bits of data been input. Whoever was logging this has had a fucking dream. Do you know what I mean?
The ironic thing is,
you'll be
he's never dashed in his life
today. They're like, oh, that'd be a fucking easy find. Dash. What we're doing here, but this is why he's world class. 13 appearances.
How much is his wages again? By the way,
after this season, when he was here on loan, 85k a week. When he was here, 110k a week. After
wow.
this season, 240K a week.
Oh my.
After this, this wanted Arsenal to give him a pay rise of 145K.
And there's rumours of another one, Aaron.
For
There's
this.
rumours going around of another pay rise.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh Shane, it's gonna be nearly 300 grand now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's someone that
What we
for
doing
the
it?
fucking human foosball table. Like,
He's
you know
almost
what I
on
mean?
Ozil's
Oh,
wages.
hey, guys,
doing
what's up?
absolutely nothing.
I will pause what I'm doing now because I know my main man. Big up as well, Natster, for being here.
Big up
Mace as well
Natster,
for being
TJ,
here.
come on.
I know my man TJ is pressed for time. Sorry, TJ, I was on the screen doing this thing.
Bro, you were too busy cooking. Too busy cooking.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Big up TJ, man.
We will half time this. TJ, if people don't already know as well, my main man TJ here is having a show very, very, very soon. We will be redirecting to it, by the way, because I'll be on there, and I'm very, very fortunate to be on there. It's my brother's 100th episode of the American Idiots, and I'm extremely glad to have you here, TJ, bruv. How you doing, my man?
Bro, I'm good. I was just really, really enjoying the lecture on Martin Odegaard. It's really, really good to have a reminder of how bad our decision making is. I'm wondering how many arm flips does it take? How many arm raises? How many hair flips does it take for you to get a fucking raise at Arsenal Football Club? Here's what I need to do. I need to grow my hair out, dye it blonde. Go on out to London, show up to London Colney, and be like, look, I can do it too, and just do this. Maybe I can get a pay raise, walk and win the dog or some shit around the ground. Like, who knows? like you got to take your chances, bro.
That's worth 15 million a season, TJ. It's worth 15 million a season.
Bro, that dog probably gets paid more than I do every week. Like, that's the worst part. That's the worst part. So yeah, big up, Aaron. Thank you very much, and thanks everybody for the support. Yeah, we're really excited. Me and Oregon Goon, we're gonna have just a fucking free for all show. So we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun.
And I'm looking forward to
have
it.
some fun.
I will be there. I'm very, very, very grateful. Yeah. Before we carry on, Macy, what you saying? What you saying?
Big up. Yeah,
we're gonna have very quick, short little snippets. Yeah, mate. We'll get you, Macy. Very quick snippet, Natster, and then we'll carry on with the ODEGAARD cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, big up, Aaron, and congratulations, TJ, for that achievement. My good friend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and big up to my pal, my mate John Cena, for winning the 17th WWE Championship. Like, big
unreal.
Yeah, John Cena's not the can't see me, but he's a different person now, and I hope his heel turn goes well, because like this babyface thing is a bit too much now. So it was good that he got himself a new attitude and a new change. So
had to happen.
Yeah, so good for him, and big up to another one of my favorite wrestlers, Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I thought he was going to start going, I believe in miracles. And then I was like, go on here, since you came along. Go on, Macy.
Yeah, I kind of find that song like very entertaining. But yeah, like the ODEGAARD thing, like for me, this Lee basically said something spot on, and big up to him for saying that. This captain capulates everything wrong with this football club. The fact that we have gone down this route of all the legendary captains of this football club, the likes of Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Cesc Fabregas, Rosicky, Ori, Sol Campbell, all these legends, to this motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry, ODEGAARD for me, like, I don't know why this manager had the audacity to make him our captain. Like, the only person for me that should be our captain is Declan Rice, because when I was watching the Crystal Palace game, Declan Rice was telling all the Arsenal players, get your head in the game, use your heads, come on, let's go. But what does ODEGAARD do? All ODEGAARD does, he just like walks around like this, like he's not bothered, like he's not telling the boys like to like come on. He's just like walking around like he's like some kind of like fraud. Like, if anyone should be our captain, it has to be Declan Rice, because I've seen Declan Rice, like he really wants our team to win, like he really commands it. With ODEGAARD, all he does, he just wants to think he's our captain by showing off and doing all this arm raising and all this and stuff. Like it's just not good enough. We need a captain who is going to tell the team, let's go, let's get some 3 points. That's what we need. We don't need someone that is going to do some arm flips, wipe snots on his face, puts it on his head. And this is very staggering. Our captain gets subbed like maybe 62 times in his career. We have not seen a captain.
63 for Arsenal. 58 as a permanent player.
Amazing. Let's be honest, but the only reason he's even at your club is because my football club signed it when he was so young. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be at Arsenal.
Yeah,
I have a question. How does the amount of times he's gotten subbed compared to other Arsenal captains?
Tony Adams was 15 in his whole career.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but
In his whole,
I understand.
Nearly 20 years ago.
That's insane. That's insane.
And a lot of them.
He's top of the list, TJ. He's top of the list by far.
Fucking crazy.
By far.
Yeah,
no other fucking captain is sorry, go on.
And Tony Adams was captain from about 20 years old as well.
My point is, we have not seen Fabregas or Adams, two of these captains, ever get subbed before. Never, because they were always like
they weren't shit, Macy.
I know, Aaron, because they were levels. He always kept going until the very last minute. But with our captain, he just gets subbed on because Arteta believes that he needs some miracle. That's why he brings ODEGAARD off. Like, but I mean, this whole thing, we need to strip ODEGAARD of the captaincy right now and give it to Declan Rice, because Declan Rice, for me, he really wants to be the captain, and I can see it in his eyes, the intensity in his eyes. This is why I want him to be our captain, because he can lead our team forward into the next level. And the PSG game, I think Aka's put out a tweet saying PSG are currently losing 3-1 to Nice. But my point is, like, PSG don't care about the French league.
They've won the league. They've won it.
They've already won it.
So, like, what makes our fans think that, advantage Arsenal, we're gonna slap PSG? Don't get too overexcited. PSG, like, despite the fact that they are losing 3-1, they will still turn up and put us in a spliff, because we still have bozo moments in our area because of what happened at Crystal Palace when David Raya kept coming out of his goal so many times. The first time that he ever got lobbed in his life, that was the first time, and this was his fault, by the way. David Raya should be clever enough to stay in his goal. Stop coming out of your goal. Stay where you are. But this manager tells him, come out of your goal. I need you out of the goal. Like, he's trying to get Raya involved in the game more often. Like this is just like, Raya is the goalkeeper. He's not like Manuel Neuer or Ederson, because like he's trying to copy the same things like Neuer and Ederson used to do. But you're not both of them. You'll never be Neuer and you'll never be Ederson. You're David Raya. Your job is to save a shot, not come out of your goal and make yourself look like Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes. So stay in your goal. And William Saliba as well, like, he needs to fix up, because that second goal that Palace scored, that was his own fault. He got absolutely bodied up by Mateta, absolutely bodied up, and his passing was so poor as well. He kept passing the ball straight to a Palace player. Like, Saliba needs to fix up. Kivior needs to fix up, even though he got the goal. Good goal, by the way, but still,
Macy, can I ask you, what's your prediction for the semifinal?
Well, TJ, like, as you pointed out, my friend, I'm very nervous on Tuesday.
Check the private.
PSG, for me, they are the dark horses of this Champions League, because like I've seen them slap up teams in the Champions League. Like, they have got the most brilliant firepower in their squad. They've got Ousmane Dembele. Put
that link in the chat.
Everyone, Oh, this is not going to be fun now.
Yeah, put it. I'll get it up in a minute. After, because that
Do you
makes.
want me to put it? Do you want me to put it in here?
Put it in the private, and then I'll sort it out. Oh no, you put it in the DM. It's all good, Macy. Carry on, and then I want to.
Yeah. If you can put it in here, yeah.
If you'll let me do you a slight disservice and bring in. In fact, we'll do it now. If you let me do you a slight disservice and just bring in TJ in because he's got to go.
No worries, brother.
Yeah.
No worries.
No, I'm not trying to take up anybody's time.
Understood.
Yeah.
No problem.
He's got to go literally in a couple of minutes. So what I wanted to just bring in TJ. Apologies, Nata. Sorry,
no worries,
mate.
bro. Go.
No worries.
It's only because my brother TJ. And don't forget as well, TJ, we will be redirecting to my brother TJ. Shane's also got to go. Shane, shout your thing out. Don't take too
sorry.
long, my brother.
Yeah. No, I'll be very quick. I've got the Decades thing on Sunday, the full Irish on Monday, and then your thing Monday night, and then I'll be putting more stuff. But listen, big up to the panel, big up to the chat as always, superstars. Make sure you subscribe to everybody here. I just got past 200 there last night, so slowly climbing. Make sure you subscribe to Natster and everybody in the chat. And Sam has just started his YouTube channel, which I just subscribed to. So make sure you get in there and subscribe to him, the man's a here. And of course, subscribe to Aaron. I'm sure you already have if you're in here, and Carl and everybody else. And sure, I'll be talking to you during the weekend, I'd imagine, Aaron, and everybody have a good evening. I got to go do some family stuff.
Big up,
See you
Shane.
later. Big up, Macy. Big up, brother.
Yeah, big up, Shane.
Family first. Big up, man. TJ, just while I've got you for another minute or two, because I'm looking at the clock and I know you're going to want to sort your stuff out. Martin Odegaard, failed wonder kid, everyone's saying. I just want your quick opinion on there. When was he a wonder kid? Let's have a little look just quickly. When was he? I'll just scroll up. We'll just start here, yeah? We'll just start here at the beginning of his career and we'll go to where I left off. When
He
was he a wonder kid? Can you explain to me before you shoot? Oh, we're back there to stop.
I think he was a wonder kid starting in 2022-23. Is he? How old was he? How old was he in 22? I mean, and how old are you before you're too old to be a wonder kid? I think people.
He never was.
People, yeah, and that's the point. Is people get attached to characters. People don't actually get attached to results, and we've talked about that for years and years since I joined YouTube, and certain people have been doing it since before I got on YouTube. You know, at the end of the day, results matter. You know, and goal, like you can say, oh yeah, TJ, you're a good GA merchant. You need to be watching more than, you know, who's putting the ball in the back of the net, and like somebody else threw. Like, oh yeah, well, he has the most chances created out of all the team. I'm like, chances creative. This is one of the worst offensive outputs we've had under Mikel Arteta in a Premier League season, and we're trying to prop created chances. Like, it's absolutely insane to me. I mean, I agree with a lot of what Macy said. I rate Declan Rice. I think he should be a captain or a vice captain. I think Gabriel should be our captain. I think he does it all. He leads by example. He gets in other people's faces. He would literally die for the badge. And I don't get the feeling that Martin Odegaard would. I think Martin Odegaard is a squad player at best for us. I think that we've shown that we could do just fine without him. And you could argue that when we had Trossard in the 10 or Wanyeri in the 10, we didn't look any better or any worse at certain points this season. He had one good game against PSV where he picked up 2 goals and 1 assist when the game was already won. And he got it. The only player of the match that I can remember him winning this season was that second leg against PSV or that first leg against PSV when we slapped them 7-1, and he got 2 goals and 1 assist after we had been up 3-0 already. Yeah. So why are we bigging this up? And look, I don't want to hate on this guy. Like, people might think like the way that we talking about, we have an agenda against this guy. We don't. We just expect better of Arsenal captains because we've seen the best. We've seen Patrick Vieira. We watched this guy. We've seen Fabregas. We've seen Adams. The list can go on and on and on.
Yes.
Yeah. But you don't. But here's the thing: is we live in a social media reality where people are now attached to characters. And that's a huge, huge problem.
And these guys are paying for ECJ.
Yeah, and that's what I think is going to continue to set back our football club, because nobody is going to call for Odegaard's head because the vibes are too good at the Emirates right now. Man, three years in a row of second place. 3 years. Carl knows what that makes us. That makes us the Buffalo Bills of the Premier League. And that is not a compliment.
That's not where you want to be.
Yeah. The also rans, the bridesmaids. You know how many bridesmaids memes I get sent in all my group chats that I'm in with op fans, and I can't even say anything. I can't even say a word back to them. Well, we haven't lost to a Big Six team in 2 years. Who gives a shit? What does that trophy look like? Who cares? Yeah, I don't care if I'm beating Chelsea every 5 years or every game for 5 years or drawing, because I'm losing to Fulham at home. I'm losing to West Ham at home. One of the worst West Ham teams we've seen since they got relegated. Like, what are we doing here, man? The standards need to apply to every game. And I'll get off my stump here because I know I gotta go here in a minute. But
yeah.
But Martin Odegaard is the captain of this squad, and he has 10 players, arguably 10 players, that are playing with him that are playing better football or in better form. I can't name another person in this squad that is in the starting 11 that is on worse form than Martin Odegaard, because there isn't one. And that includes Kiwior in his position. Did Kiwior have a stinker against Crystal Palace? Yeah, but he put in a shift in the Champions League. He's looked okay. Odegaard has just looked non-existent when we need our captain the most. And don't get it twisted. We are going to need this guy against PSG. We are not going to beat PSG without Odegaard returning to that 2021-22 form, or what is there, 2022-23 form. If we don't have that in the midfield, they'll eat us alive. And like, people don't rate the French league, but you also have to remember this is a PSG side that brought themselves out of the elimination form in the Champions League, came back to beat Liverpool and made it look easy. Have we beaten Liverpool this season?
Nope.
No, we haven't. Will we? Probably not.
Mhm.
But
DJ,
all I'm going to say is, and I'll wrap up with this. Do not underestimate a PSG team. Do I think we'll win? Yeah, but I'm not underestimating. Do not underestimate a PSG team under a Luis Enrique side that got rid of arguably the best footballer in the world in Kylian Mbappe and got better.
Mhm.
And they're still outspending all of the top, the three French teams below them. They are outspending their wages combined. They are a serious side. They are owned by Qataris, and
But
I know
TJ,
a lot of people.
they're being mugged off now because they lost their first game in the league. Now the whole season when they
You think they're taking that seriously? They don't give a shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
Oi, Aaron,
They don't care.
Aaron, do
they
you want to
won
put up that link
champions,
that I
they're only
posted
champions,
to
so
you?
they're not.
They got one
so
of these
your
to
fan
show
base
for their
doing?
efforts. It's called a fucking trophy.
Oi, just
Yeah.
ask
Doesn't
That's
matter.
what matters.
We'll get into it. TJ's probably got.
We will get into it. We will get into it way more during the American Idiot Show again. Thank you for having me, Aaron. Appreciate it. Big up,
TJ.
Carl. Big up, Blancos. Macy,
All right,
Natcher. You
Big
guys
up,
are legends. I'll
TJ.
talk to you later.
There you go.
Big
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Big up.
Big up to my man TJ.
All right, Aaron,
man.
do you want to put up that link quickly? Show
Yeah.
them all what
No,
I
I can't cut over this because we're halfway through my thing, so we can't do one thing and then do another thing.
Oh, no, I
We-
forgot. We've got Slam Odegaard still.
We will get into it. Yeah, we're gonna quickly revert back into it. People want to make comments during, but we gotta go back to this because this slamming and cooking Odegaard 2.0 in the same stream. Let's go back there. So how did we go? Let's just pick up where we left off. Right, hold on. Right, we've sharpened the knives. Right, sweet. Let's have a little go. Oh, look, Community Shield. Community Shield is a trophy.
Yeah, that
Let's
was
start with the Community Shield trophy.
No. Do not
1-0.
even count them,
that
Aaron.
was
Do
when
not
we
even
lost to
count them.
West
Nah,
Ham.
they are. It's a trophy. Honestly.
Nah, Aaron, do not even count them, mate. Bin off the Community Shield.
Yeah, no, Arteta
Let's
just
see where he
missed
starts.
that afternoon.
I'll tell you what. It don't start too bad, does he? With a little 50% games to goal ratio. Here we go. He started off, and we're thinking,
He
this
only
geezer's
played in
going
two.
all right. Hold on 1 sec, Macy, bruv.
It's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
look, FA Cup though. I was equalised it. Oh, look, more dashes. More dashes.
There's
again.
more dashes on this screen when you put bitters in a cocktail. Christ almighty.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're a funny fucker. I like it. Yeah, that's what we get. We've got to be a bit of Cole, man. He's a funny fucker. We got here Champions League. How's he fared in his first season of Champions League football? 9 games, 2, 1 assists. Oh, and one of them was against PSV, I think, previously before. But yeah, you know, this is how he's responded, everyone. This is how he's responded to this season. Let's scroll back down. This is how he's responded to this season. This is what gave him 240k a week. This, now he's world class, all the top gooners will tell you. Egal will tell you. Rory Talks Football will tell you. All of them boys, they'll tell you. They'll tell you this is what made him world class.
Jesus.
Okay, so what?
That's
so
Just
obviously,
wait,
like
just
what
wait.
makes him world class is he consistently does it. Okay, he don't. Okay, he don't. Maybe what about in the other league? Okay, he doesn't consistently do it. Okay, let's just go back forward because clearly he doesn't really do it, does he? Last season, everyone keeps telling me, all 2 goals, dashes again. Last season, you know, he's just having a bad season. We say just having a bad season. Last season, what was miraculous about this? What was miraculous about this? Because this world-class season, apparently, this world-class season, this still good season, this is average. This is fucking still fairly basement. Oh, we got double figures though. We got double figures. Creative spark here. What did it come to though, everyone? Absolutely fuck all. Oh, 19 GA, everyone says. Okay, no problem. Let's just add them all together. We got 19 there, we got 20, we got 22 in fucking 45 appearances. So your creative spark, your world-class captain, we've proved he's world-class because he scored 15 goals that season and he earned 240k a week. That's why he's apparently world-class. This. Oh, not all the dashes, not that. Can't be that, surely. Okay, so we've gone back to the Premier League. This apparently constitutes a very good season. That constitutes a shit season for me. How's he done this season? Oh, yeah, FA Cup. Oh, yeah, you missed a penalty, didn't you? 2 dashes. Missed a penalty in that game against Manchester United, didn't you? Yeah, 2 dashes. Thank you very much, Captain. Absolute fucking legend. How did you do? Oh, yeah, 3. 2 of them. They didn't even come against Newcastle. Oh, no, yeah, we lost 4-0 that you captained both games. So when did they come then? Oh, yeah, Bolton. Yeah, Bolton and Preston. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's wicked. Well, the Champions League, great campaign. Don't be fooled by this. 3 and 2, everyone. Yeah. 3 of them came against PSV in 1 leg. Yeah, so, you know, 8 games.
It's almost like that 15 goals they got, Aaron, was the fluke season. I'll be real.
Yeah.
It was the purple
exactly
patch
right.
season. That is exactly what it is. And I'm going to say this
Right.
very quickly,
You
right?
jump in.
No problem, man. Big up, by the way. Thanks for having me on. Super Jamaican time and all that shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, had a bit of Chinese as well. Love that.
Oh, lovely.
Stomach full and all of that shit. You know, Friday night. It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday again. Yeah, best believe that. But anyway, this WONDERKID, this pillow foot, this little fucker, right? Basically, all these stats that I'm seeing that you've gone through expeditiously, by the way, my geezer, is yeah, no problem. Every time. All this shows me is that stats aren't the be all and end all. Because whether it's a gal, whether it's Rory Talks Bollocks, whether it's whoever, do you know what I'm saying? When we talk about the likes of Ronaldinho, Zizou, Kaká, Rui Costa, Riquelme, proper number 10s I'm talking about. And even from the previous generation, you know, the Ozils, the James Rodriguez, etc., etc. Ballers. We can all agree they're all ballers, right?
Yeah, ballers.
All of them are ballers, right? Yeah? And if you look at their stats, they're not going to read amazing, believe it or not. Maybe other than the assists from Mesut Ozil. But the point I'm making is that the reason why all those other names I mentioned technically were world class is because we saw them with our own fucking eyes. Now with WONDERKID, all we're seeing is fucking shit. And the stats don't even back it up. One purple patch great season doesn't mean shit. So this is why I'm not a statistician. This is why I don't believe I don't buy into. I'm not willing to hear stats merchants, because when we see this and we see the performances, what it took you 3-4 years to realise that Pillowfoot was shit, that he's hiding now even more so than he ever has before. Like what are we doing here, people? I'll tell you what's going on right here, right now. Fatboy Slim settings, yeah. Like, this guy has got exposed this season. Even the Twitter lot are turning on him now. That tells me it's coming to an end. He's done. He might even be gone in the summer. Do not be surprised when you got Andrea Mafioso Bad Boy Berta, mate, in the house. Yeah. You're telling me we can't get better fucking number 10s, number 8s, even a fucking number 6 to play in our midfield 3, midfield 2, or play number 10, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? There is plenty out there. Get Bayana from fucking Villarreal. We could put him on a third of what ODEGAARD's on, and he'll do the business. And he'll get good numbers. But
the thing is though, you're saying about good numbers. Oh, hold on one sec. You're saying about good numbers. These are good numbers. 11 appearances for Real Madrid. But
that's all they care about, bro.
The dash is
I'll be real. Bro, I'm gonna be real right now, yeah, and I'm gonna say it as it is. Anyone who joins my football club, yeah, the PR you can get, yeah, by joining just my club is just enough to get a job at a big club. Like, let's just be honest with it. The only reason this guy's even at Arsenal is because my club signed him when he was that young. And he wasn't
15 years old. Yeah. 15 years old. He was meant to be the greatest footballer on the planet.
Yeah, but Nathan.
But what you got to remember is, just quickly before you go, Sam, before you go, he's got 12 GA whilst he was playing for Strom's God set. Don't forget that. He got 12 GA whilst he was playing for Strom's God set. Don't forget that. Just bearing in mind, whatever you're going to say, just bearing in mind, he got 12 GA whilst he was playing for Strom's God set.
Yeah, I bet half of these men didn't even know what that club was before. I'll be real, man.
Sounds like a metal band from Oslo.
Well, I never heard of it.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking Norwegian DJ, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like...
Bro, before Aaron told me now, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know that club existed.
Yeah,
like the guy.
Good old Strom's God set. Who he's played for?
Bro, he's crap. Bro,
he's played for Strom's God set. The clue's in the title, God.
Yeah, they got the best of him.
GOD. If you know what's in between is, you get it.
100%. Love that.
GOD. You know. But look, we went to Real Sociedad though, and this is where he really teared it up. Apparently. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't really. Oh no, he didn't again. But don't worry, he went to Vitesse, and he actually for an actual half decent. No, they're not. Oh yes, Vitesse. Oh yeah, he put in half decent numbers of Vitesse. Okay, what about when he went to Herenveen? Look at the state of this. What about for the Castilla, the Real Madrid Castilla? He didn't even fucking put good numbers in there. Why do you reckon Real Madrid sold them?
Because
because of these two stats here. Look,
no, because he was
Real Madrid 11 -- Real Madrid Castilla 62 5 and 8. That tells you everything we need to know. And we bought this man off of 11 appearances, bracket -- and then guess what? Castilla 62 5 and 8. That's your captain. 240k a week, by the way. 240k a week. Oh yeah, five goals for Castilla.
Just to throw something out there, Aaron. Just to throw something out there. Benjamin and Marshall, comment Shepherd, is world class, not finishing 16th out of 20th in the Ballon d'Or. You need to get your facts right, mate. For starters, in 2023, Martin Odegaard finished tied 28th in the Ballon d'Or with Rauno Colomwani. Do you know who finished above him in the Ballon d'Or rankings? Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana. Okay, and then the follow. Sam, it gets worse. And then last year he finished 19th, so he got better in the Ballon d'Or rankings. He finished behind Granit Xhaka and Nico Williams. And Nico Williams is shit.
Nico Williams. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just-
dear.
Another,
Oh, dear God. Oh,
another
dear
Wait,
God.
Cole's just mudding it,
use
mate.
the
Oh,
Wouldn't it,
dear
Cole?
God.
Nico
Oh,
Williams.
dear.
Swallow that.
Nico Williams, another use to scrub that people want because of the hype he got from Euros, playing actually quite well, but then in club football plays shit. If people think Nico Williams is good, you're in for harsh reality as well. He's the
Sam, he is a
Spanish
PMP merchant, pace and power. I am sick of these fucking wet wipes that think that they're fucking ballers. Garnachers, Trashmas, Donku, aka Jeremy Doku, bruv. Even his own mother and sister were mocking how he dribbles, bruv. You wouldn't get TT's family doing that shit, would you? No, that tells me everything, bruv. But we move.
Yeah, no, of course. What one person that does need to move is my brother Sam.
Yeah, man.
Shout your ting out, brother. And what I will do for you now, I've got a little bit more controllers. I'll post your link in there, man. Where can we find you, brother?
On my channel, Aaron will post a link. Just did my first video today. And yeah, man, I'm gonna do loads. Sorry,
I said buzzing, mate. Buzzing for you. You're up and running, mate.
Yeah, man, up and running. And listen, hopefully, many more videos and streams coming up. We're just gonna elevate in it, and we're gonna land the truth in it. And yeah, man, you'll see me on Aaron's channel. You'll see me on Lee's channel. You'll see me everywhere in it, pretty much.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, man, Aaron, thanks for having me on, man, as always, man.
Yeah, 100, mate. Listen, you're always welcome, and you know that.
Oh, come on.
You're an absolute fridge freezer.
Yeah, come on.
I love it, mate. You're welcome in here, brother. Thank you very much for giving me your time,
big up,
man.
Paul. Big up, Macy. Big up, nice time. Big up, you.
I'm sub to you already, bruv.
Be safe, man.
Big up.
Yeah,
Be safe,
man.
people.
Yeah, that's it. Sub to the geezer. His link, Sam Blanco, is in the chat already. So get a sub in, people. Yeah, buzzing, man. Big up to Sam as well. I ain't got too much longer on the ODEGAARD thing, so I'm just gonna quickly burn through the rest of it, if that's okay, man. Feel free to add your little comments in between as well. That's what it's all about.
No
We've already seen Castilla. Oh, yeah, 62, yeah. This is terrible. This is what he's on. As is Arsenal stats then. He's played 192 games for Arsenal. 40 fucking goals. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, does it?
No,
It really don't feel like it. 36 says creative spark. Creative spark. 36. And do you know what made me even laugh? Even his whole thing here, we still managed to find a few dashes. Absolutely ridiculous, man. What's it? What are we doing in performance in the competition? Performance in the competition. Oh, here we go. Premier League. 30-30. This is a bit more like it. By the way, of the 148 appearances that he's made in the Premier League, he's been subbed off 63 times. That's like 40% plus of the time.
Yeah, no.
That's not too far away from half. That's not too far away from half the games.
Madness. Yeah.
Wow.
That's madness, bruv. Eredivisie, yeah. Oh, yeah. 70 there. You got 25. WONDERKID. You got a bit of Grupo again. You know what I mean? We got a bit of Grupo. 58, 5 and 8. WONDERKID, though. WONDERKID. Liga, 39,
World
4 and
class.
6. WONDERKID, yeah. World class. Le Terracien, 23, 5 and 7. World class. Champions League. Nope. Europa League. Absolutely fucking not. EFL. Never was. Oh, yeah, we got a bit of Toto raining down in Africa. 7, 2 and 1. Absolutely not. Copa del Rey. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Or the playoffs Conference League in the Eredivisie. Oh, yeah, 6 and 2. Conference League, though, innit? Oh, yeah, FA Cup. Oh, here we go. Dash.
More
Dash. Fucking
That
Vic
super
Blitz
copper,
and
like,
Dasher
didn't
and
even
Dancer.
play,
Look.
bro.
Fucking, it's fucking Santa's reindeers. Look, Dasher and fucking Dance. What are we doing here, man? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. How has he done in his positions? Attacking midfielder, 224 games in his total career. You'd think that makes good for reading because it says 37 and 45, but yeah, not really. What about as a right winger? Who played him there? I don't know. Who played him there? 82.
Might be Sociedad for a
You're
bit
not
as
right-
well. Maybe a bit.
you're not a
of
right
Aaron James as
winger.
well.
All we've established is you're a fucking bulk standard central midfielder. You're a bulk standard right winger. I mean, below average bulk. And then as attacking midfielder, you're par, maybe at absolute best. As left winger, I mean, fuck off. As a right midfield, yeah. As a centre forward, guarantee you, and I don't know how.
Brother, if he
we
was our
click on it
centre,
just to see who it
brother,
was. It
if
was.
he- if
It
he-
was under Arsenal.
if he was our centre forward, Tupac would still be alive. Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
well, he still is. Conspiracy.
Dun,
Who
dun,
fucking
dun,
knows?
dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
That may have been
yeah,
a bit
a
on my
bit of the
line,
X
but-
Files and all that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel very confident, everyone, and now we'll start bringing some people in there, man. We'll whoever we'll have a little chat. I feel confident in saying that isn't world class. That doesn't deserve 240k a week. And when we roll up, can someone in the chat or the panel explain to me? Whoever says it first, you can jump in. Whatever. Where is he a failed wonder kid? Because I just see a failed player, not a failed wonder kid. Let's just slowly scroll up. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
It's only because he went there young, innit? He's just a failed player. That's all it is.
Yeah.
15
No,
years
oh,
off,
yeah.
and that's where it started there and it ended there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You're spot on, Aaron. Like, you know, failed, not even wonder kid, failed footballer. To be honest, he'd have a better career if he was a futsal player. I've said this before. He's a futsal player. All them touches, yeah, that is, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that is that A grade, bog standard of what a futsal player would do. All these touches, because in a small-sided pitch, indoor, you know, whatever, it's common practice, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's standard for futsal players to have these little nice, cute touches, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? You play the odd sick pass, incisive pass here and there. You might get a bit of credit here and there, but that's about it. But on a full 11v11 pitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not happening. Do you know what I'm saying?
The system's killing him, no? The system's killing him as well. No, I'm not defending him, by the way.
No, I hear that, Rashid. No,
because he's running constantly, defending constantly, Nats. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, of course.
No,
defending
no problem,
constantly, and then by the time he gets to the, I don't know who said it. Well, I think it was Shane. Someone said it, and I looked at it, and it was like, yeah, it makes sense because by the time he's in the third, you know what I'm saying, the last third of the pitch. Listen, he hasn't got the energy enough to play that killer pass or score that goal or whatever.
I agree with that, Rashid. I agree with that. I think he's playing way too high. He's never been a number 10 for me. What I've always said, what I've said is when he receives the ball in our own half, even on the edge of our box. Remember when Granit Xhaka used to do that? It was a calamity. Yeah. But when ODEGAARD does it, whenever I've seen him do it, which is not that often in recent times, in the last 18 months, give or take, do you know what I'm saying? For damn sure, right? He actually looks quite competent. Do you know what I'm saying? Where he gets the ball, slight half turn, whatever, a few touches, and then he gives it to the next best man. Do you know what I'm saying? So whether it's like, you know, you could give it to a Thomas Partey, for example, because we know he can carry the ball well. We know he's got tech. Declan Rice has been stepping up. You know, when we had like Smith Rowe in the team as an example, those kinds of players,
MLS can carry the ball.
Saka as well.
MLS can carry the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. So those kind of
I just feel like, you know what? I want to touch on something as well. Can I touch on something as well? Because we are talking about ODEGAARD, yes, and I agree. But this Rice as a number 8 is killing our creativity. Do you guys agree with me? If anybody that doesn't agree with me, please tell me now. Because I'm seeing Declan Rice, even though he's been playing well, but I'm sorry, well is not enough. Yeah? I want you, as my number 8, I want to see a Pedri. I want to see a Barella. I want to see, not even if they're not their players, them type of players. I want to see an MLS there that can carry the ball, open those low blocks or mid blocks, because it is what it is. You're a big team. You're going to face low blocks and mid blocks. So, and you know that Declan Rice doesn't do well when it comes to low blocks and mid blocks, right? So I'm thinking it's killing our creativity as well. So we've got ODEGAARD over there dancing and just doing the tidy, he looks tidy on the ball, but doing absolutely nothing. No killer pass, no nothing. And then you've got Declan Rice from the other side that just can't, Declan's not someone that carries the ball well. I just said well at the end so you can, do you know what I'm saying? He can carry the ball to a certain extent, but not good enough for Arsenal, man. I see MLS carrying the ball. You saw him against Real Madrid. You saw him against other teams, right? It's just
Ethan in the number 10 as well. Like he's another one. Like
Ethan's
Declan
never
Rice is a
getting a chance
destroyer.
now.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Yeah, but that's the problem, innit? We do have the odd player, and we've got Miles Lewis Skelly playing at left back, even though we all know he's not a left back because he's a left eight by trade. Ethan, he's been on the right, but he's a number 10 by trade. Saka started out as a number 10. I know he done the mini Gareth Bale thing, whatever. Obviously not to the same level where he started out at left back and then he went over to right wing. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was a good left back, by the way.
Yes, he was a very good left back. Very good left back. That's the thing. I wouldn't begrudge him playing there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like for me, I'll just say this very quickly on Rice because you made a great point, Rashid. Yeah, as a number 8, no, I agree. I don't think he's a number 8. But as a destroyer, do you know what I'm saying? Where you can win the ball and ping it. Do you know what I'm saying? That is where I want to see him earn them big bucks, like with them performances. You know what I mean? Like just
we're gonna re-sign Partey, yeah. So that means that Declan Rice is gonna continue in the number 8. That's what I understand from that.
Partey's a better suit for that role. Do you know what I'm saying? Partey is better on the ball. He's better at carrying the ball and finding that killer pass. Even Zinchenko in midfield, we've seen it. Even that 60 minutes or whatever against Brentford. I don't care if it's Brentford. He showed ODEGAARD how to play in midfield. Never mind number 10, just in midfield, period. That's what you do. For me, I'll just touch upon this very quickly, like with ODEGAARD. Like, pause. The thing for me is like he's basically like, the way I see it, the pitch is too big for him. That's why I say he's a futsal player, because the pitch is way too big for him. You know, when you take that many touches in a small-sided game, or small-sided pitch rather, it's fine, isn't it? Because you can confuse some defenders in it to a degree. And if you've got a high enough tech level, you can do that and then find a pass that's easier to make to a degree. Do you know what I'm saying? But when you've got teams that play the mid to low block and you're playing as the number 10 that high up the pitch and you're taking way too many touches, that the chances go. You're not going to get given the chances on the plate. You have to find them.
You've seen it against Crystal Palace.
And other proper ballers at number 10. Yeah, go on, Rashid.
You've seen it against Crystal Palace, yeah? Who made the assist? Timber. Why are we relying on our defense to get us out of trouble all the time? And big up to our defense, like all of them. Kind of Kibio, but all of them, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing a tremendous work. Anybody that played football in their life would understand what this defense is doing. Bro, we scored 63 goals, and I bet you, yeah, at least 30 goals of them, all set pieces, or maybe we don't score the set piece, but it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing where like the ball bounces back and we throw it back in the box and then we score. Do you know what I'm saying? We scored 63 goals. You know, we scored 84 last year. Am I right, Aaron? How much did we score last year? I don't know. I think it was way more.
What?
How much did we score last year? In the
season's entirety or at the same stage?
Yeah, the season entirety.
Yeah, I don't actually know that. I always do.
Okay, right now. What about right now?
Right now, I could actually get that right up for you. I mean, if you could just bear with me for 2 seconds. 1, 2. There we go. I'm on Natster's settings now. I'm a little bit late. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing?
Just a little bit.
The seller's got him.
Yeah.
Big up Aaron, man.
Yeah, I like this season.
Look at that. Yeah. Look at that, Nats. Look at that.
I mean,
what's that, 82?
For me, until we got Jorginho in January of 2023. I really enjoyed the 2022 season because I really believed in my mind that we were in a title race until Arteta and Edu and Vinay fucked it up because because we We wanted Moises Caicedo in our midfield, and what did these three fuckers do? They got 31-year-old Jorginho in their midfield. All three of that's the reason why we bottled the title, because Arteta was such a coward. He wasn't even man enough to get Caicedo to come to Arsenal.
Hey,
And
Macy.
also, Macy, he dropped. Sorry, Rashid, just very quickly.
Yeah,
Also,
go on.
Macy, he dropped fucking Trossard to bring back an injured, not fully fit, not ready to come back yet, Jesus.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This manager
Trossard
is
was our best
costing us
player.
points.
Yeah,
Ma-
that's the point.
Macy, could you, Macy, please? I want to hear you cuss the board because I fucking love it.
Yes,
I fucking love it when you start cussing the board.
Yes.
Please start from the
Gatty,
concrete.
big
And
up, bro.
I apology. I know that it's out of. Just give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes of you cussing the board, please.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll do it, Rashid. So the 2022 season, when I believed we were in a title race, Vinay basically said on the 12th of January, when we were playing Manchester City, because the game got rescheduled, Vinay said to the public, he said, so the reporter said to him, he said, Vinay, where do you think Arsenal will finish this season? And Vinay said, oh, well, it don't matter. Top 4 is the aim and objective for the season, because if we get top 4, we'll get Champions League football. So now that Vinay has made that statement up, look what happened. We bought the title, and now we are now in a pole position to get Champions League, and it's all because of Vinay's statement. And now look where he is. He's now the COO of Tottenham Football Club. So he's gonna basically do that kind of statement at our arch nemesis now.
Yeah.
And the fact that Edu, why Edu should have been bold enough to challenge Arteta, because every time Arteta just basically so as I was saying,
You good?
Yeah, so
just quickly, views. You got to shoot in your bruv.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for
man.
jumping on.
My
You know what I mean?
apologies, man.
Salute.
Have a
What a
great
geezer.
show, everyone.
We
innit?
love a bit of views, man.
Views is part of the gang now.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, he's
come on.
always been part of that gang, Rashid.
Facts.
Yeah. He's a geezer. He's a geezer. Sorry, I had to cut you. He had to get out, Macy. Sorry, brother.
It's okay.
Do continue though, Squire.
Yeah. And the fact that I believe
But
that
I want some cussing, Macy. You're not cussing them. You're not
What's
cussing them.
going on, Macy? For fuck's sake, if you're going on PG all of a sudden, you know what, Macy? If you're going
It's
to go
Andrea
PG,
Berta, mate.
Right,
That's what it is. It's Andrea Berta, mate.
Macy can come back on screen when he starts swearing, and if he don't start swearing, right, we'll give him one more chance. Right,
Yeah.
Macy back on the screen now. If he's gonna talk like a fucking bitch, he can go back off the screen then. Right.
Don't talk like a Christian, Macy.
Right, Macy, you've got another chance.
Hear me out. Don't worry, I'll cuss them. So, Tim Lewis, Richard Garlick, you absolute looking like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Tweedledum. You have got to start backing Andrea Berta, because Berta is our sporting director, and you have now got to obey his command, because I've seen what Berta did at Atletico Madrid, and he's a very experienced director. So if you two motherfuckers fall up and not obey his command, then both of you should be shipped out of our football club, because you frauds have basically you're working under Josh Kroenke, and the fact of the matter is that you have now got to now that Kroenke has employed Berta as our sporting director, it's now your hand to now start supporting him. Because if you don't support him or do whatever he tells you to, then both of you fuckers need to be out the door alongside Stan Kroenke. Because if Stan Kroenke doesn't care about owning this football club and Josh does, then Tim Lewis and Richard Garlick should be out the door already, because they've been at this football club I don't know how many years since they've been at Arsenal, but now this is now in their hands. Now they have now got to start showing Berta the respect he deserves, because Berta worked with a decent manager in Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. So now they have now got to do whatever Berta tells them to, because Berta is he's a very straightforward looking director. So now it's all down to Tim Richard Garlick. Either you back him or you're out the door.
Actually, sorry to cut you off, Macy. Yeah, I want to ask the panel, of course. Do you think, because we already know Arteta's, we know
I was going to
Arteta.
say, is that like a fucking sentient window talking then? I was
There you
like,
go.
Jesus
There you go.
Christ.
Aaron, you know that Arteta's talent ID is shit. Is shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even Arteta ins know by now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just it is what it is. But how is Berta gonna deal with that? I really question that. Can any of you kind of like, give me an idea or something like that, or an answer?
I could answer that just very quickly. Sorry, Aaron. I'll answer that, Rashid, my geez. Basically, as soon as Andrea Berta, mate, walked through that door, first training session that he was there, arms folded and all that, looking like Kenny Ken. Do you know what I'm saying? Bad boy, mafioso Berta, mate. This is how we do it. Best believe that. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Do you know exactly what I'm saying? He's taking no fucking bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? Arteta, Lego head was shitting himself, bruv. Shitting bricks when Berta rocked up at training. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? Do you know exactly what I'm saying? Like, all the other coaches, they were quite calm. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, as long as we keep our head down, do our job, we'll be fine. Arteta can't do that, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's got away with so much bukalia. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got away with so much shit. Like, this is the ultimate for him. It's Champions League or bust. Like, and a lot of these players, they're playing like their lives depend on it. Like, look at Kivior. Yes, he's made a few mistakes, but he's playing pretty well, better than he was. Yeah. Because he knows if he don't perform, he's out the door. ODEGAARD is on way too much money. Pillow foot, that he don't give a shit. It's Ozil settings. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's worse. That's the difference. It's worse. He's on 240k a week. He knows he's nicking a living. And to be honest, if he really wanted to, he could retire or do what Hector Bellerin is doing, planting trees and all that shit, talking all that philosophy. Fucking, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like doing all these podcasts
on the catwalk, baby.
Hector Bellerin.
We need to be better human beings, guys. We need to be better human beings.
Just quickly before you go, Nats said about being better human beings, but he also said about Berta when he visited the training ground. He visited the training ground. What did he see? Yeah, fucking shit. Absolutely shit. Well, what we got going on here? Let's have a little goose here. What's going on? Absolutely fucking shit. Look how disappointed that geezer looks. Yeah. Let's have a little look at the squad. Fuck me. Get out of here ASAP. What's going on?
I mean, look at the team, Aaron. Look at the team. We had a better team. Okay, let's not say better because, the Arteta ins are going to be on our case. Let's say they're about the same, which is even fucking worse. After spending 750 million, do you know what I'm saying? Like we already been through that. Do you know what I'm saying? We saw what Klopp inherited and what titles he won. Listen, man, Arteta, it is do or bust now or never. Now or never. It's the Champions League, or a lot of people will be questioning his management skills. Okay, let me give you an example. We drew 13 games, 9 games of them obviously from winning positions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can't see a game out. That's the point where you come in, because obviously the opposition's going to probably change things about because they want to score, they want to draw, they want to at least equalize or win the game. Does he change anything? No. Plan A again and again and again. I don't know what Berta's going to do with him, bro. Like, Berta's disappointed. He's looking at players like, who? I don't know, Moreno and Kivior and Calafiore and there's many, many more. Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos.
Tavares.
Come on, man. What is he going to do with him? He used to work with Simeone. Simeone had talent ID. Obviously, Berta had talent ID as well. But like, Simeone had talent ID. I really questioned this. I even asked it on the other day when Berta signed, and it was like, I think it was me, Matty, someone. I think you were on it as well. You was on that show as well, Aaron. And I just can't get an answer. What is Berta gonna really do? Because he needs 9 players, people. Yeah, 9 players, and you lot all know that. Everybody in the chat knows that. Everybody on the panel knows that. 9 players: goalkeeper, left back, centre back, number 8, number 6, striker, left wing, right wing. Come on. In it.
Even the number,
some of them positions
10,
are
you know
also
goalkeeper.
duplicated.
Maybe that's minimum, bro. 9 minimum. Do you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: like, can he do it? Yes, he can. No Obama thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But at
9
the same
minimum
time,
sounds like Bonnie Blue request, doesn't it? 9 minimum.
Pause. Major pause. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, though, guys. Here's the thing. Like, if anyone can do it, yeah. If anyone can do it, Andrea Berta, mate. He's the one, because everything I've seen of this guy, and Igal has the fucking nerve to say that him and Arteta are buddies because he put his hand on his fucking shoulder. If that's all it takes to be friends with someone, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
I get
like,
it.
what are we doing here?
He knows nothing about the mob. He knows nothing about the mob.
Revert back to what I said. My missus takes 9 minimum, but my missus takes 9 minimum, but we deal with centimeters instead. So we're
Facts, bro. He knows nothing about the mob. You know what's gonna happen to him? Listen, if Arteta doesn't win this, it's gonna be a long season for him next season. But I'm just wondering, what is Berta gonna do? What is he gonna do? Because I don't think he can buy the players he wants if Arteta's still in charge. Who is still in charge, by the way?
I asked
when it comes to transfer.
Rashid, I asked a question to Aaron. I goes, how much autonomy has Burr actually got and has he got enough to buy players, or does he also have enough to say he has the say of actually getting rid of the managers?
I really question that, to be honest. I really do, Carl. I'm sorry to cut in, but like I really do, because I've seen how much power this manager has. And like obviously Berta came in with a nice CV, do you know what I'm saying? A well-respected, you know what I'm saying, well-respected director and whatever. But like Arteta's got a lot of power in this club. I really question what he's gonna do next. In my opinion, obviously I wanted your thoughts so I can, you know what I'm saying, I can kind of like inspire from that. But in my opinion, I think he's just gonna let him flow for 1 more year. So don't expect Gyökeres. Don't expect Isaac. Expect these Portuguese dusty players. Not every Portuguese. Most of them are ballers, but like expect some random Portuguese or Spanish
like
player
Fabio
or whatever.
Vieira, like a Fabio Vieira, Moreno type.
Josh Kroenke can see the
You know what I'm
writing
saying,
on the
Max?
wall when he
You know
brings
what I'm saying,
Burnham in.
Max?
He wouldn't just say to him, "You've got 1 more year to work. You've got 1 more year to work yourself out with this." If that was the case, he would have brought Berta in literally straight after the season had ended. And it's like, right, you got this season to prove your worth now. The fact he's brought him in January, they're basically waiting. He's basically waiting now to see what happens at the end of the season, just to see.
I think he'll be gone by Christmas, Carl. I have to be honest. Like since Berta's been brought in January, like you just mentioned, yeah, I reckon he'll be out by Christmas. I would love it to be at the end of the season, unless we win the Champions League. Then I know he's not.
I gotta leave.
Going to go.
Big up to every one of you.
Big up, Rashid.
Only respect and love for every one of you guys. Yeah, you already know that. Yeah. And big up to the chat as well, the elite chat. Hey, keep smashing it, yeah, Aaron. Keep smashing it.
Wait, Neil, it was very, very great to have you on, mate. Do you know what I mean? Always, bro.
Thank you. All love, man.
Legend, bro. You know,
Macy,
always,
keep cussing the board, yeah. Keep cussing the board.
Reminding me, like,
as soon as Macy starts going like a little bit quiet, you're gonna get booted by Macy, because if you start being polite and things like that, that's not why you're on here. You're here to make me laugh.
I know.
To make me laugh.
Like
entertain me. Do you know what I'm saying? Give me entertainment. This is what these top gooners. Sorry, mate, just cut you off. Yeah, but this is what these top gooners like. If you want pure entertainment, I hear it. But don't subsidize trophies, number one. And number two, when we see shit, it means it's shit. Don't like call shit a birthday cake. Do you know, or a wedding? Better yet, a wedding cake. Do you know what I'm saying? A wedding cake is a wedding cake. A shit cake is a shit cake, or just shit is shit. Shit is shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what Pillowfoot has been producing along with this manager. And to basically go on to the point that you made earlier, Carl, right? I said he'd probably get until Christmas. So basically from January till about December, maybe January time, because Arteta will make it difficult for Berta. He will make it difficult because of the power that he's had for way too long. However, Berta doesn't look like the kind of guy that would take this job if he knew he wouldn't have any say or any major influence like he did in the past.
That's what I mean.
That's just my opinion, guys. I would love to know what you guys think, but I think, look, I would love a Gyökeres, but would it surprise me if we didn't get a Gyökeres this summer? No, but this is why Berta is being brought in and being paid the bucks that he's been paid, right? You know, to make these very crucial, tough decisions. And it's a Mount Everest job that he has to do. Let's not get it twisted, guys. It's a Mount Everest job because he can go one way by buying the Sescos, buying the Zubamendis, buying the Nico Williams, you know, the players that, you know, Arteta wants or whatever, and go down that route and just like, I've given you what you want, and if you don't produce, I'll let you hang yourself. This is why you'll be out the door,
this is why I think Berta is going to buy players that not only would suit the club, but would also suit for the next manager coming in. He's got an idea of who the next manager is going to end up coming in. So he's like, right, okay, what do I do? Do I buy players for this manager and knowing that whoever comes in next is going to say, no, they're terrible, we need to get rid of them? Or do I get players in now? They might absolutely stink the joint out for Arteta, but say Simone or Inzaghi comes in and they fucking catch fire like that. What would you rather?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love Simone Inzaghi, just to say that. Like, I would love for him to be at our football club, because let's just... for me personally, I think Inter are the favourites. I do think we'll just about get past PSG, but it will be difficult. It will be difficult, especially after Wednesday's performance against Palace, that absolute shit show, Like, it will be difficult, but if we face Inter Milan, Internazionale, or Barca, I think it will be Inter. I don't see us being in Inter. I would love nothing more than for this football club, even if it's Lego head at the helm, to win the Champions League. If he somehow flukes it, shit houses. I said earlier on, I was saying to a few of my mates and all that, family members, like, because my family's Arsenal as well, like, if this manager shit houses his way to Champions League, fair play, innit? Fair play. I will give him the utmost praise and all that, and I'll give him a bit more respect, just a bit, because Roberto Di Matteo, mate, won the Champions League for Chelsea. And where is he now? That's all I'm saying.
What's that? Sorry, Natsa?
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Yes, you've got it, mate.
Yeah,
we want more.
Yeah. Well,
he's a boy. I would love nothing more, mate. I would love nothing more than win the Champions League. But like you were mentioning, Cole, Simone Inzaghi, bro, like even Diego Simeone, either one of them two, I'll be more than happy with. Like my ideal manager, other than obviously Ancelotti, but I think Ancelotti is done. I think he's done with football, period. Like, I can see it in his eyes. I think so. I think so too. But
me and Sam already spoken about this,
right,
and we basically he's won everything there is to win at club level. There's everything. All he's got to do now is win the World Cup for an international team, and guess what? He is the greatest manager ever. And no one, and there's not a knock aside.
He's got an uphill task with Brazil. That's the thing, though.
That Brazil team is a far shadow.
Oh, it's a joke, bruv. Without Neymar, they have no chance, bruv.
That Brazil team is a far shadow cry of what it once was.
Can I just cut in very quickly, and then we'll resume, because I just want to say big up to my brother OG in the chat, by the way. Fucking G, Joseph Connor Golden. He's saying, Aaron, you're too kind. Carl, Macy, Natster, and everyone as well. You know what I mean? But the four legends that are on the screen at the minute, you're too fucking kind, brother. Legends. Oh, you're making me fucking blush, Joseph. Arteta is shit. Joseph.
Yeah.
Big up, brother. You know, or OG from the fucking start, man. And while we're here as well, chat, man, we've still got, after 2 hours and 10 minutes, we've still got 46 in the building. Do you know what that means? that we must be doing half something right. I am absolutely not one, not double, not treble, not quadruple, but I'm quince. Absolutely quince, which is Spanish, I think, for 5. Happy with how the numbers are looking, man. I'm buzzing. We're giving you half decent content. You've got something to look for. Do you know what I mean? I'm absolutely buzzing. We've got fucking fantastic Macy Cole and Nats here. I'm double happy. World class chat. You know what I think of you anyway. You're fucking legends. You know if you was a fucking striker, you'd be Pele. You know if you was a midfielder, you'd be Zidane. You know this shit. You know you'd be Maldini if you was a defender. Bit of Beckenbauer. And you know what? If you was a goalkeeper, yeah, you'd be David Seaman. You know what I mean? I loved a bit of David Seaman. You know, I don't love a bit of Seaman, but I loved a bit of David. That's absolutely for sure. Do you know what I mean? The wife, however, well, I mean, that's a whole nother, you know, yeah, that's
What we were.
I like the David, you like the Seaman. Let's put it that way. Do you know what I mean? But big up, don't forget, like and subscribe. People, I cut a little bit of chat there, but I didn't mean to. I just want to run through
no
some
worries,
legends
mate.
in the
No
chat.
worries.
We've got AFC, no respect from me, even if we win the Champions League. Yeah, you ain't happy, are you, bruv? You ain't happy, FCNL.
Fair enough.
You're not an happy fucking bunny, and I don't blame you. How you doing, brother? Leonide, I hope I've pronounced that right. I think I've done a half decent job of doing it. Noneri, WONDERKID, or just new Jermaine Pennant. Do you know what? It all depends on how Arteta manages him. It all depends on that because, you know, sometimes there's probably excellent, talented players who's just at the wrong club at the wrong time or didn't get the opportunities that they need. He's got to get them wings out, hasn't he, Ethan Nwaneri? And the worrying thing is a manager like Mikel Arteta doesn't do that. The only time a manager like Mikel Arteta plays someone like Ethan Nwaneri is when he's completely backed into a wall with no other options. Case in point, look at when he started in 2019, ESR and Saka. He didn't play him because he saw something in him, because he's a prodigy of inspecting talent. He's not. He played him because we had no one else. Why is MLS at left back? No one else. Like he flukes his way to it. If we would have, in case in point, actually from Nwaneri, we had ODEGAARD out injured first before Saka. He'd have played him then, but he didn't. It took him to have Martinelli out. It took him to have ODEGAARD out. It took him to have Saka out, all at the same time.
Sal? Yeah.
So his hands were like that, like you're going to court. Do you know what I mean? Like you're there. You know, his hands were tied behind his back, and he was forced to play Nwaneri. Nwaneri's been fantastic. Nwaneri WONDERKID, possibly. If he stays under Mikel Arteta, possibly failed WONDERKID. That's just all I'm going to say.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's a great comment, Aaron. Like, just before you go on to the next one, I see him as without the cases, of course, at this moment in time. And hopefully, I'm sure and where he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. Pause. Like, yeah, he reminds me of Mason Greenwood, didn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? When Mason Greenwood first burst onto the scene and all that at Man United, he was killing it
without the tears of women.
Yeah. Without the cases and all of that, you know, and even though he bust case technically or whatever, but still, like Ethan Nwaneri, we all saw the ability. Everyone on here, the elite, world class chat, the panelists beforehand, we all know how sick. Yeah, exactly. We all know how sick, how wicked Ethan Nwaneri is. But this manager, Lego head, refuses. If we played Ethan at number 10 and he drops fucking Pillowfoot to the bench, yeah, you will see an instant upturn in performance like that, bruv. Give Ethan the ball, he will do madness. You know, yes, he slapped a wicked goal against Man City, but even before that, we've seen it go through and around other players and shit, taking on defenders, worrying the fuck out of them, worrying the life out of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Scream settings and all of that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like he brings terror to the opposition. When he's on the ball, he can do things. Whereas with ODEGAARD, missing guard, Gibraltar guard, I'm nicking a living guard. You know the rest, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all the defenders are doing. It's just like this. Kenny settings, just chill, relax. nothing's
Yeah,
going
I
to
love
happen.
Kenny
Do you know what I
Kenny.
mean? Yeah, no, Kenny
He's
Kenny's
a
a G, bro.
geezer,
Big up.
mate.
Yeah,
He's
big
a
up.
geezer.
Bridge freezer and all of that, mate.
Mate, do you know what, Nat? So just quickly on the Kenny Kim thing, yeah. So I've met him a couple of times, yeah. When I first met him, he's a big geezer.
Yeah.
I haven't got the biggest of hands. I ain't. I just don't. I take the piss
Neither
out.
do
of
I,
them.
mate.
Call them
Neither
little
do
piano
I.
playing fingers. I just call them. They're just yeah. Anyways, I went over to Ken, and he's got like the most softest, delicate handshake, like of your life. Like he just like gently caresses it, but his hands are fucking massive. And they just completely engulfed mine. Like it was about 7 hands shaking it. And I looked up at Ken. I was like, "That's the most lightest, nicest, but the most demasculating handshake I've ever fucking had, Ken." That's the first time I met him. I was like, "So thanks, mate."
True gentleman. That's what it sounds like to me. True gentleman.
He's brilliant. Kenny's unbelievable, mate. He's fucking top class. He is, man. He's top class. Yeah. I think we had actually just quickly. Yeah, we had here from the doc. I think Ethan leaves by summer 26 if he don't get regular minutes. You know what? He ain't got long left on his contract, brother. So I mean, you ain't sort of too far off. Got Maneira's problems. He don't understand our positional play. Skelly does. Yeah, but also you got to sort of look at that is we're not allowing someone like Ethan an expression. He's like what happened to the number 10 where you just go, do you know what, just do your job and don't worry about tracking back? What happened to that, man? What happened to that? And Doctor's saying just before we carry on, and we will wrap up very, very, very soonish. My suspicion is he won't drop Pillowfoot. Yeah, no, ridiculous for Ethan because he won't be able to break back into the first team. He'll make the position his own, like MLS this year. I mean, he needs to be definitely given a chance, but I think just sort of like the point that was made here, I think it's sort of the fact that he don't track back and this and a little bit of that. It's a little bit frustrating, isn't it, man? Like I'm not gonna lie. What we've got, Joseph Dan prediction, PSG, Natster and Macy prediction. Let's listen to my brother Joseph. What we having here? Prediction.
I'll let Matey go first on this one.
All right.
He's been waiting patiently.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm confident we can beat PSG, but I'm just a bit nervous because like they've got some extra firepower in their team. They've got Ousmane Dembele, Desire Douar, and they've also got this Georgian guy. Like they've got some extra firepower in their team, and it is a big worry. I mean, it's not going to be easy, I know that, but I think for my prediction for the PSG game on Tuesday, I'll just have to say maybe a draw because it's not like it is a bit hard. Like I am being like realistic because I'm trying to say that it ain't going to be easy going up against a PSG team coached by Luis Enrique. But for me, I'll just have to go for like a draw maybe.
Yeah. What about yourself, Carl?
Moreno possibly out. Partey suspended. I think we'll get the job done, but I think it's going to be a nervy one. I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. What about you, Natstar?
I think we'll win 2-0, but it will be probably the most uncomfortable, very cautious, nervy 2-0 that you're going to see. The only reason why I say 2-0 is because these players have shown to us from like Real Madrid that they're up for the Champions League. They know that it's the only thing that we can win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And they have to perform. I believe they will. Like the Premier League, like they gave up on that shit months ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they just want to make sure that they're in there, and that Arteta will pick them. Other than the likes of ODEGAARD, if he's fit, he plays. It's basically like Granit Xhaka, Hector Bellerin, around that time settings where if they're fit, they play. But to be honest, just very quickly, I think ODEGAARD is struggling. Ever since that injury as well, he's got worse. Like he was bad before, he was doing shit before, but he's got even worse since that injury. And again, this manager, this fraudulent manager, this wet wipe of a manager, just rushing him back. So it actually explains to me why he's been hiding. because you don't, any 50-50 challenge, it's not even a 50-50, it's 100-0 to the other player, like the opposition player, whatever he's trying to get the ball off of, or trying to win that ball, whatever. He's not even bothering. But I understand it, because he wants to play, but it's kind of like he knows as long as he stays fit, he'll be in there. He'll be in the number 10. He'll do his pressing. The only good attribute that he has is his pressing. And for a number 10, if that's your best attribute, like I'm sorry, like he's playing against us. Like Gunn said, playing with one man down and shit like that. We can't afford that. Like, he has to turn up. And the good thing is, with all this criticism that he's been getting, especially on Twitter, because Twitter just suck him off. Let's keep it all the way funky. James Brown, ain't it funky? Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, right? Yeah. If they turn, like if they've been turning on WONDERKID, yeah, pillow foot, right? It should spark something in you. Like, if he's not as passionate as I am, or you are, Aaron, Cole, Macy, Rashid, etc., right? Like, then what are we doing here? Like, he has to be playing for his career, because with Ozil was on even more money, and he's just like, whatever it is, what it is, mate. Yeah, ODEGAARD could probably retire at the end of the season if he really wanted to, and he'd be fine. His career's been set for life since that contract, because he got that contract a couple of seasons ago, at the end of the 23 season, when we got an 8-point lead. So it is what it is, but at the same time, he has to perform. But the problem is, this manager, this is a career-defining season. This is a career-defining campaign in the Champions League, but he's relying on the wrong players. And the number one being Pillowfoot.
Yeah. You've got feedback. Massive feedback. What's his name? It's gone out my head. You've got feedback. That's why you've been muted, Lawrence. Yeah, it's gone out my head. I'm too busy thinking about this absolute spastic. No. Lawrence, Lawrence. Feedback. You're getting feedback. Sorry, bruv. We got to go. Listen, we're gonna wrap up. Absolute spastic from this geezer. 100%. We're gonna wrap up anyway, Lawrence. It won't be me rude on you. Every time we're speaking, you're getting ridiculous feedback there. We're gonna wrap up. This geezer, what are you talking about? What's he talking about? What channel are you on? 2 viewers and 1 is me. We've got 45 in the building at the minute. We've had 50, 60 the vast majority of the time. I don't really know what you're doing there, but I mean, either.
If he was talking it through my channel, I can understand it, because I don't know what my view figures is like, because I'm streaming it through my channel. But that makes no sense. Anyway.
But I don't really know what's going on. But I mean, either way, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to TJ Warren's stream. Yeah, we're gonna redirect there. I will be on there. It's 11 o'clock now, so I'm a little bit late for it. So what I'm going to say is, to this world-class stream, bar Pablo, the absolute cunt, is, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Pablo, guess what? There's an X in the top right-hand corner. Whatever stream you're watching it on, just click it. No, you don't have to be here, bro. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be here. Just click on it. No one gives a fuck about you. I'm not going to block you, because I don't like blocking people just off the sake of it. I don't mind being challenged. So this is directly to you, Pablo. And for anyone else that wants to, I don't mind being challenged in the chat, because I generally sort of think, if there's a little bit of discussion to be had. But all you've done is just be an absolute spastic. I won't delete you or block you. Just don't come back again. You're just not welcome here. Piss off. Like, go away. And do you know what I mean? If you come into the next stream, maybe I might have to block with you if you're coming with absolute silly nonsense. And I don't like blocking people. It's annoying, because I think, we're all fully grown adults here, man. But do you know what I mean? Just, that's it. Yeah, you're just being silly. Don't worry about it. I don't have to click on anything. Just all you have to do is just go away. But
he's got 15 seconds of screen time in it. You know what I'm saying? He can wank in his sock now. You know what I mean? Like,
I've just sort of got not so much better things to do than engage with you. I'm just sort of almost saying, what's the point? Like, how old are we? Do you know what I mean? Let's just sort of, do you know what I mean? Yeah. What we saying here? But listen, Carl, what have you got coming up, bruv?
So tomorrow night, I've got the live stream for the Conor Ben versus the Chris Eubank Jr. fight on my channel. That'll be, I think that's going to be around about 7:30, 8 o'clock start time.
Yep.
I know it's a little bit later into the card, but I have my child. It's not what it is. What it is. Monday, I will have episode 2 of the Take Aim podcast on my channel, basically going through the week's football and so on. Tuesday, I will have a live watch along of the Arsenal PSG game. I know I've been told by a hierarchy that, stop doing watch alongs, this, that, and the other, but I need to finish what I started this season. So if I can do that, it's all good. Wednesday, I might be doing Arsenal anger management. I can't do Arsenal anger management because I'm on Shane's channel. I'm on the Bruce Banana show on the Wednesday night. So I'll try and do one on Thursday, but I'll be limited time because next Friday, it's festival season, baby. So I'm off to my first festival next Friday. So
what festival are you going to?
Teddy Rocks, mate. So it's basically a rock festival. They do covers. They've got some bands on which everyone knows about. Friday it's a little bit gay, shall we say, because the 3 acts are Bewitched, Peter Andre, and Dick and Dom as a DJ set. So there's your three.
That is a bit gay to be.
Oldies.
Who's backing them up? The Teletubbies or something? What's going on?
It's okay. It's actually been nominated as as the best family festival in the UK in 2024. So it's worth a go there. I'm going there first time round because next year hopefully I'll take my boy with me. So I need to see what it's like and so on. But I've got a fair bit coming up. So and as always, mate, thank you for allowing me to come on. Much appreciated. My fellow guys on the Patriots Touchback will be going live at 11:15 because we will do a roundup of round 1 and then round 2 and round 3 start at midnight. I will not be staying up for that because I am flagged. I've had 4 hours sleep. I'm screwed. So.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, you're a grafter, though, my brother, isn't you? That's what I'm saying. Fair dues to you, man. Fair dues to you. Natster, what you got coming up, bruv? What we saying?
Yeah, I've got a stream on Tuesday afternoon. That will be the Arsenal PSG preview. Hopefully, there'll be some team news, some positive ones. Ideally, would be nice. I think the lineups will probably be a bit later, but I think looking to do like about a 2-hour stream, give or take. And if anyone wants to jump on my stream, more than willing to have you on. Just let me know. But at least I'm doing it in advance and not lastminute.com as it's a bad habit of mine. But yeah, that's pretty much the main thing that I've got. And then on the weekend, I'll probably have like a pre-recorded video or something like that. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna base it on, or I might do another live stream after that. Who knows? But there's definitely a live stream on Tuesday afternoon. It'll be around 4 o'clock, give or take. So if you can't make it, no worries. If you want to jump on half an hour or an hour later, even an hour and a half, no problem. I understand I'd be a hypocrite if I said that would be an issue. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not. So just appreciate the love and support. Do you know what I'm saying? An absolute pleasure. Never a chore to be on here, my guy. Big up your damn self. Carl, Macy as well, Rashid beforehand, and everyone else as well. This community is it's a game changer. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like we're wrong and strong like the other sides. We know we're right, but time will tell, and time is a massive healer, and nature is the greatest teacher. Bars. Let's believe that. But yeah, that's all I got coming up. Yeah, but big up.
Yeah, positive, man. Yeah, Macy, always a pleasure having you on. We got to wrap up. Everyone, Ray, TJ Warren's chat with ATA Rage. Yeah, Macy, what you got coming up? I do need to shoot. I'm massively late, so are you going to be anywhere?
Well, I don't really have like an app or something, but I'm always welcome to come on if you want me to. Then that's cool. And it's good that I came on today to dissect the board and the ownership and everything. So yeah, like anyone who wants me to come on, I'm free because like I'm always there if you need me. So yeah. Once again, thank you, Aaron, for inviting me onto your show, and congratulations to TJ for reaching that that incredible landmark of subscribers.
Yeah, no, buzzing, man. Buzzing. Well, listen, yeah, we are going to leave. Thank you, everyone in the chat, man. You're always first class, and the support that you know we've seen has been ever growing, man. And let's get it right. Aside from that dickhead Pablo, who very frustrating on StreamYard as the host for me. When people stream on other sites, you know, I actually can't block them from mine. But guess what? I'm a mod on every single person's site, so he's been blocked on every other person's channels. So unlucky. So there we go. Do you know what I mean? So do you know what I mean? You're just blocked on numerous channels. Other than that, we're like, just grow up. Come on, man. What we're doing? Let's just get a couple of things from the chat. AFCL, thank you very much, man. It's been great. Thank you very much for being here, Leonard, mate. Dio, absolute pleasure, man. Thank you very much, my friend. Everyone's watch is absolutely mashing it. And don't forget, go over there when we redirect ATA Rage. Yeah, big up everyone, man. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday. Joseph, fucking legend. Out. Peace. Boom. Love.